Hey, what's up, everybody? Good evening. Welcome to the Real Life Perspective Show. It's Friday night. How's everybody doing? I hope you're doing well. Tonight, we are joined by guest Sonny Castillo. Great comedian, great buddy, great cool guy. I cannot wait to talk about our favorite 90s comedies. Make sure you have your top three ready to go. And let's get this party started in five, four, three.
All the places we have been, barbecue to watching Nickelodeon. Come along for a real life adventure. Celebrate the 80s, 90s pop culture. It's Friday night. It's time to go live with the real life. Friends by our side, have a drink or two. Talk about conscience. Here's a toast to you, the real life crew. The real life crew. Here's a toast to you.
Mr. Sonny Castillo. Welcome. Let me get you unmuted there for a second. Here we go. Let's try that again. Mr. Sonny Castillo in the house.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
Hey,
Now
dude.
they can hear me.
Yeah, thanks for being here, man. I appreciate it. Introduce yourself to the World Wide Web out there.
All right, my name is Sonny Castillo, as announced earlier, and this can be seen right here. I was in a movie called Idiocracy, and I didn't take off in Hollywood, so then I started doing improv, and then I did a commercial or two, a TV show, and now I do stand-up comedy, and now I play with toys on the internet. So I pretty much like went on a downhill slope in the entertainment industry, which is everybody's dream. Everybody hopes to fall from the top.
Right on, man. Yeah, we've all been there. We've all been there.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll get into all of that fun stuff here in a little bit, man. First of all, hey, man, let's just jump right into our first segment. Shazam! The first thing we're going to talk about on the real news, ladies and gentlemen, we've got the top box office hits from the last weekend of June 7th through the 9th. Let's talk about the top five. Coming in at number 5, we got Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Number 4, The Watchers. Number 3, If. Number 2, The Garfield Movie. And number 1, Bad Boys, Ride or Die. What you think about any of those flicks, man?
I haven't seen any of them. Two I do want to see on that list are If and Bad Boys Ride or Die. Bad Boys 2, I would say, is probably one of my top movies up there. I liked it better than the first one. I haven't seen the third one. I heard it would suck, so I skipped it, but I am interested in 4, so
Right
we'll
on.
see. And If has been messing with me. All these people on Facebook are like, today my sister put on there If with my girls, and I was like, If with your girls what? And I was like, oh crap, she's watching the movie. And then another person put on Facebook, they're like, came to see If, I cried. And I was like, why would you what? Like,
What?
you just went to a sad spot? Like, I don't understand it. That movie, the title is throwing me off from reading people's statuses. I'm like, everybody's going insane, but it looks
And
interesting though.
now that you mention that, Ryan Reynolds clearly had an objective there. He had an ulterior motive with that title.
Yeah.
Clearly. I've heard good things about Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I
Oh,
haven't seen If yet. I would like to check out If with the family, and then we saw the Garfield movie a few weeks ago, and it was meh. I'll give you a meh on that one. Yeah, I felt like the story was more about his dad than it was about Garfield. I'll
Was
just
it
say
as
that.
bad as a Monday?
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know about. I would say more of a Tuesday. I give it a Tuesday.
Okay, all right,
I'll
all
give it a Tuesday.
right.
But yeah, who doesn't like Bad Boys 2? My favorite movie reference from Bad Boys 2 is in my number one movie of all time called Hot Fuzz. I don't know if you ever saw that movie.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
and where he's like, Point Break or Bad Boys 2? Oh, which one do you think I prefer? No, no, no. Which one do you
Yeah.
want to watch first? So you're on to something with that, man. You're definitely on to Bad Boys 2. That's a classic. Coming
Yeah.
over to the most watched games on Twitch is coming in number 5, Valorant. Number 4, Rust. Number 3, League of Legends. Number 2, Grand Theft Auto 5. And number 1, Just Chatting. And as everybody knows, I am actually streaming right now simultaneously on YouTube and Twitch. I choose Twitch and like to promote Twitch because I do a lot of streaming over there where we'll do late night movies and watch old school Nickelodeon shows and stuff like that and all kinds of fun stuff. So make sure if you're not following me over there, please do so if you're into that kind of stuff because YouTube won't let you stream that kind of stuff, but Twitch will.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. Are you a gamer at all, Sonny? You game at all?
I used to be, and then I had kids, and then I kind of just went downhill and just ended up playing only like Minecraft longest time.
Hey
Uh,
man,
and
Minecraft's
then
legit. Is a smart game. I can't even get to it until somebody told me about creative mode. And then because
yeah,
I didn't even know, I was just playing like the regular story mode game, and I didn't even know how to build a sword. I was like, I can't even fight. I'm fighting these zombies off with a twig or a block.
yeah,
That's all. A
a
piece
block
of
of
dirt,
dirt.
a
Yeah,
block of dirt. That's all I can do with that stuff, man. Yeah, for sure.
yeah. It's like I would play it because it was a quiet game. Like it's just
Mm.
real quiet. But like I picked up most of the Mortal Kombat games. I haven't picked up Mortal Kombat 1, but I love Mortal Kombat, and so I bought them. I'm waiting for Mortal Kombat 1 to go down in price. I don't like the price of it right now, but
Mm-hmm.
I'll pick it up and probably never play it. It's just a habit. So
No, I feel you. I've been doing that with a lot with the Switch games. I've been seeing them on sale, and I'll buy them, and because it's like stuff like Red Dead Redemption went on sale, and
oh
I
wow.
love that game. I haven't played that game since it came out on the 360, and then there was some other game I bought. Oh, the OG Resident Evil. They remastered it, and so I bought that for the Switch because my Switch system is so much easier to try to hook up an old school Xbox 360 to my computer if I'm going to do any kind of streaming. So I use
Oh gotcha.
my Switch as a streaming console there. But right on, man. Let's play some games sometime. Let's do that. How about that? Catch me out in the Mario world. How about that? That's about
Yeah, we
that's
got some switches here.
nice. That's about as improv as I get. Hey, let's get something to drink, man. I am thirsty. I am thirsty. Tonight's beverages, ladies and gentlemen, are sponsored by my good friends over at the Fifth Element Brewing. If you've never been over there, you've got to get over there. If you're in the Austin metro area, come out to Leander, Texas, and check them out. They've got delicious food trucks. Just look at that food, man. Look at that. Does that not look delicious, Sonny?
That does look delicious.
Oh my gosh, they
I'm
got
not that far from there either, so I have to check them out.
There you go. Enjoy a Texas-style Mexican torta from Tacos. Take it easy and pair it with a cold Erskine blonde ale. That just sounds perfect. That sounds like a perfect Saturday night. What's your perfect, like in Hot Fuzz? He's like, describe what is your perfect Sunday morning? Yeah, they got their 1 year anniversary coming up, man, and I'll be playing that at their birthday bash coming at the end of June. So make sure you guys come out for that as well. I'm there. I'm playing there next Saturday as well. If you guys want to come out and hear some cover tunes and do some movie trivia with me and drink some brews, eat some food, let's do it. Okay, so thanks Fifth Element Brewing for tonight's beers, and I think it's time to bring up the Nick Avenue cam, ladies and gentlemen. This is the newly re-envisioned Nick Avenue cam. So let's pop that bad boy up, and I'm going to pour a brewski. Here's our good friends, Fifth Element. Let me see if I can get – it's a clear mug, but this is a nice glass that they gave to me. So let me pour. Let's see what we're drinking tonight. Tonight we will be drinking – it's called a King Bob. It is a Berliner Weiss 4% alcohol. It's a sour. It's really delicious and refreshing. So let's see what those colors look like. Hear that crack. All right, let's pour that bad boy. Look at it go. Look at it flow. Okay, there we go. Just look at those colors. We'll let that head settle for a minute. Oh, I cannot wait to take a sip of that. Thank you, Fifth Element Brewing. Those are my boys. You're my boy, Blue. That was me. Improv. More improv. You're inspiring me,
There you
Sonny.
go. Old school reference.
Right on, man. While we're waiting for that to settle, let's check in with this chat and see who's out there. Who was first to the key tonight? John Murphy Jr., welcome to the show, sir. Says good evening. What's up? Vintage Sport Flips. Mr. Keith, welcome to the show, young man. Vintage Sports Flips, Pastime Pigs podcast, Wednesday nights. What is it? 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Eastern. Is it 7? It's 7 p.m. my time, so I think it's 8 p.m. Eastern theirs. So make sure you guys check them out. They always do giveaways and have all kinds of fun guests and fun they do games of guessing games of guess how much I sold this vintage item for. All kinds of fun stuff like that. So you don't want to miss Vintage Sports Flips, guys. Vintage and Keith and Andy, good people. Yeah, 8 p.m. Eastern. Thank you. Thank you very much. Good evening. Okay, and just like that, looks like we're all caught up. So that means it's time to take a test. Take a taste. Now
I'm gonna sip this for the first time.
Tell me, hold on. Let me see. Let's pull that up on the solo there. I want to tell us about that delicious looking beverage.
So this I get from HEB. It's called Texas Craft. They don't sponsor me. I have no idea how to get a hold of them. They have like no social media at all, but it's wine based at 13.9%.
Oh my.
So I know some people are like, Sonny, you drink girly drinks. Incorrect. I drink delicious drinks.
That I love it. No doubt.
Mm.
Cheers.
Oh, you know
Here,
what? It tastes like you'll get the reference. It tastes like a Blue Otter Pop.
Blue Water Pop. What is that? Oh, no, I don't get the reference. Tell me.
The Otter Pops. You remember Otter Pops? They were the popsicles.
Oh,
they had
Otter
different little
Pops.
Yeah.
I misheard you. I thought you said something else.
Okay. Yeah, it tastes like the blue one. It's
Right
actually
on.
pretty good.
Yeah. So I think we're both kind of this is very sour and very kind of fruity-ish. So I think we're both drinking some nice, delicious beverages tonight.
Delicious. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of delicious, how about we get into our next segment? Sonny, this is my 1994 Nickelodeon McDonald's Happy Meal Nick Blimp game. I don't know if you remember these things, but one of them's broken. I don't remember which one is still active. One of them still makes the whistle, and one of them does not. So it's got categories on here from animals, cartoons, songs, IC, and food. Let's take a gander and see what we spin. This still works. Sonny,
Yeah. Go ahead.
Do you remember these?
But I didn't have it. My cousins had it, but it was so gross. Like, I guess it was their gateway into smoking weed, I guess, because we were all like, pass it around. So we would pass that around the circle, basically. So I guess it only led them to other things, but I do remember that.
Nice. I'm glad I could unlock that memory for you this evening. Hey, man, name something you see that starts with the letter D.
Something that I see that starts with the letter D.
Yeah, we don't have to see it as long as you can see it.
Trying to. What about I see?
In
I see
chat,
anything.
join in with this as well. D.
I see D. What? It's like nothing around here starts with a D.
Oh, I got something here. It's my duster.
Oh, there you go.
It's my air duster.
I'm like, how am I sitting in a room full of toys with 0D
Because
items in here?
it's because we're on the spot. You'd be surprised how much this stumps every single guest that I have on the show, man. Everybody
Oh,
does
here
it.
we go. A dragon.
Nice. Little Charizard
There we
action
go.
there, man.
Yeah, Charizard there. So it's got a dragon.
Good choice.
Dragon
Good one.
type Pokemon.
Nice.
Was he a dragon type? I think he was. Or he was fire type.
I don't know. I never got into Pokemon until my kids started getting into it, and then they know more about it than I do now, man. Which is cool because when Pokemon Go came out, we rocked that. We rocked that bad boy.
Yeah,
for a
we were
while.
addicted to that as well.
Nice. Vintage Sports Flip's coming in with dog treats
Dog
and a
treats.
dog. Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you clarified that because I would have said, "What you doing with dog treats there? A little tasty Scooby snack." Very good, Keith. Let's see. Let's do another one. Oh, it's another IC. Name something that starts with the letter R. Oh,
R.
I got something right away.
R. Again, I'm like, oh, look, I found a Deadpool figure, but we're on R's now. Of course, I find it. What I'm not looking for.
That's right.
R.
You know what favorite letter is a pirate's letter?
R.
No, pirates like the seas.
Oh, okay. All right. Dang it.
I,
Walked
I
right
had
into that. I was like, it's so
I-
obvious, and I still use it.
I had to say it because I knew you were going to say R. I was thinking about that. Refrigerator, radio,
What?
coming
Who
to
is
John
looking?
Murphy.
Okay, I was like, they're in their kitchen.
Yeah,
Oh,
with the dog treats and the dog.
that
Chilling-
makes sense.
Chilling in the kitchen. Well,
How,
let me show
how
you
can
mine.
they- Go
I've
for it. Go
got-
for it.
Raiden.
Oh, nice. I got a rabbit.
Oh, perfect. Oh, little F and F, huh?
Yeah, this one, my kid got this, but the joints were so loose that being the toy collector that I am, I complained and they sent him a better one. So this one's just here.
Nice.
He's like, you can have my broken ones, Dad.
Hey, these are from like the 90's, man. Hold on, let me look at the year. It says
Also, a register.
well, the year's not on there.
Those should be about
remember-
94, 95.
Yeah, the Mortal Kombat. We're pretty much when the movie came out, right? The
Yeah.
original with Robin Cho.
Robin
Is that his name?
Cho. Yeah.
Yeah, the Mortal Kombat. G.I. Joe. That's the only one I have at the moment.
So
I
I don't. I never got the Mortal Kombat ones. As big a fan of Mortal Kombat as I am, but I did end up with the Street Fighter ones.
Oh yeah, Guile. Oh yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I think I had that dude. I totally had that guy.
Yeah,
got some-
I have a Bison as well. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Got Bison
Oh,
and
that's-
Guile.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Oh, speaking of that, I've got. Let me. While we're looking for that, let's do one more spin. Okay, name a cartoon that starts with the letter M.
Mighty Max.
Oh, you beat me to it. That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say Mighty Max.
Love
Mighty
that
Max
show.
is great.
Love that one.
Monsters. My Pet Monster. There you go.
Oh, okay.
That-
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
I love My Pet Monster. Did you ever see the 1986 cartoon series, man, growing up?
I did not. I never saw it. I learned about it later on, but I never saw it.
I got to share that with you, man, because it's a joy. It is a joy. I kid you not. You will not regret that. All right, I got to pull up something real quick because you mentioned Bison, and something that I like to do is give everybody a movie fact for the week.
Oh, okay.
And I have one here, which is really cool. Just got to pull it up here. I'm running a little. Forgot to grab it. That was Da-da-da-da-da. Movie facts. Here we go. Here we go. Street Fighter. Perfect. There it is. All right. Speaking of Street Fighter, did you know Raul Julia's
Raul.
his final role was the villainous M. Bison in Street Fighter 1994, which he filmed while dying of stomach cancer. He took the role because his children loved the franchise and he wanted to star in a film they can enjoy. How about that, man? How about that for
That yeah, I remember that, and I was like, wow, it's crazy that he went through all that just so that he could have his children would have that memory for it. So
Yeah, I never knew that. I never knew that. I just remember how, amazing the movie was,
yeah,
and I now remember thinking, why is Gomez Adams? How did he become an action star overnight? Like Gomez Adams is fighting Van Damme. How did that how did that happen?
yeah, exactly right. Never watched the Addams Family thinking that guy is going to go up against Van Damme one day and give him a challenge.
That's right. He's like Morticia.
Yeah, I even have the updated Bison as well.
Oh, that's cool, man. Let me see. That's the
Yeah,
one with he's got like white eyes and stuff. Oh yeah.
yeah,
You're not going turbo, are you, Ralph?
yeah,
Have you never seen
yeah.
Wreck-It Ralph?
I
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was saying Wreck-It Ralph. Yeah, I thought it was cool that they right. That was a good movie. Wreck-It Ralph
Yeah.
was a good movie.
Wreck-It Ralph I think, was the pinnacle point of where I decided to start looking back into nostalgia. Because I sat
Oh,
down and
okay.
watched it with my kids, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, all these old school, like arcade games," and I was just, man, I just started having flashbacks immediately just watching it. They hit me with the nostalgia hard in that one, and then started slowly collecting stuff with the kiddos, and that's, we're 2 years later, here we are. How about
Yeah,
that?
it happens. That happens.
Oh man. Okay, so Sonny, I want to talk about you for a minute.
Okay.
I'm going to talk about your first channel here. Let's talk about the Sunny channel. Tell everybody what it's all about.
That is an action figure collecting channel right there. During the pandemic, well, because I used to do photography, but then the pandemic happened. I didn't want anybody bringing their nasty germs into my house, and I happened to pick up one of my kids' Marvel Legends Captain America figures. I noticed it was pretty posable, had a lot of articulation. Got into shooting those. Oh,
I
those are
love
some
that
mouse
post, dude.
pads.
I saw that, dude. I was cracking up when you posted that.
Yeah, people look at me so weird when I took a picture of that. But I was like, I don't care. It's California. I don't live here. They won't see me
Yeah,
again.
no doubt, no
Uh,
doubt. Yeah.
but yeah, so I started collecting, and I posted a review video, and it got picked up or it got seen by one of the bigger toy collectors, and so he shared it. It started spreading, and then all of a sudden, I had a lot of people, a lot of eyes on me, and so I just kept going with it, creating review videos, just different types of photography. I try to put a little bit of comedy into it because if I do too serious of a photo, I don't get any attention to it. So I try to put a little bit of a spin to it every time.
Yeah. It's awesome, man. Who is that guy? Educate me, man. Not the guy you use a lot of, and he's got that angry face. This guy.
That
Who
is
is
so this is Marvel Legends or Marvel's The Hood. Um, he's supposed to have a red cape, but it turned out that when they created him, they were the and I say they, it's three guys that are the marketing team for Marvel Legends at Hasbro. They created him and they're like, hey, we made the angry toy collector because he just looks like a generic throwaway figure. And at first I was like, I'm not gonna get that figure. And then I saw it at Target and I was like, I should just get it. And the very first thing that I did was I put a microphone in his hand, and then I had him on a stage with like concert lights, and it looked like he was singing. And I just posted a question on Instagram. I was like, "What song is he singing?" And that post kind of took off and took its own life. And then I just started putting him in all kinds of dumb situations to the point where in 2022, I created a calendar. It's a 2022, I believe. I created a calendar of him, and I
Oh,
sold a bunch of calendars with just different photos of him.
that's
So
awesome, man. So
it
wait,
was cool though because was that
I was gonna say you said Red Hood.
the Hood?
Oh, the
So
Hood.
yeah, so it's a Marvel character. He's actually the new Ghost Rider. But yeah,
Oh,
here's his hood that goes on him.
hang on, let me see it. Because when he said Red Hood, I was thinking like from like DC Red Hood. Oh, it's
Oh
just
no no
called.
no yeah,
He's just
he
called the
has a
Hood.
red hood. He's more of a red hood than actual red hood. So he has a red hood that he comes with.
Okay,
But
okay. I don't. He's the funniest character, man. Because I kept going back from because there's so many different things you put him in, right? Let me find
yeah,
another one. Oh, these guys are great, man. I love
I
this one
love those. Yeah.
because I love the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie, dude. That's all nostalgia for
Yeah.
me. When I see that, I'm like, oh, that's nostalgia. I don't recognize these little guys. Who are these guys from?
So those are called plunderlings. It's about a company called Lone Coconut. They had did a Kickstarter, I want to say in 2020. I missed out because I wasn't collecting at the time, and I mocked them. So I mock a lot of things, whether it's in stand-up comedy, whether it's with toys. I mock a lot of things, and I mocked them. I bought a chunk of clay from Dollar Tree, and I formed it to look similar to a little like plunderling troll,
Uh
and
huh.
I pretended to do a review on it. And I was like, "Hey guys, just got my plunder link from eBay. We're gonna take a look at it out of the package." And so I'm reviewing this nasty chunk of clay as if it's a plunderling, and I tag people into stuff that I make fun of, and I tag plunderlings, and they're like, "Hey, what's your address? We want to send you a real one." And so they actually sent me quite a few,
Nice,
and
dude.
they sent me their gold version of one, and at the time, he was going for about 160, $175 on eBay. And they just like sent
Wow.
him to me. I was like, oh, sweet. So shout out to Lone Coconut. Love the Plunderlings, and they're good company.
Nice, man. That's awesome. That's so awesome that they reached out to you, man. That's good stuff, dude. We got Humbly Artsy up in the house. What is going on, brother? Good to see you, Manny. FYI, Idiocracy is one of my favorite movies. Yeah, buddy, we're gonna get into that. Do you recognize? Do you recognize this man from the movie? If you know what character he played, toss it in the comments. What's up, Manny? The guys talking to each other. John Murphy saying, "What's up?" But yeah, man. So great action figure channel, man. I love it a lot. You also have a YouTube channel where you're doing videos of things over there. Where you're doing tours review. This is where you do your live streams. Is that correct? Right?
Yes, every other Sunday night, I live stream from 10:30 p.m. Central Standard Time to about 12:30 sometimes to 3 o'clock in the morning. It just depends. If I got to work the next day, it's a shorter stream. If I don't, it'll be a longer stream. And it's just me blabbering about a bunch of stuff. It's supposed to be a toy stream, and somehow we rarely talk about toys. I don't. The chat just throws me off, and it just starts going into a bunch of nonsense. So people
in the
people join that don't even look at toys at this point.
Well, in the rare occasions I can stay up, I have a 6 a.m. wake up call, so
Uh,
it's 10:30 is late for me at that point in time at my age, and at the rare times that I can jump in, I have seen you talk about toys and stuff like that. So you do,
yeah,
I will say you do talk about toys. I have seen you do it. I don't I don't care
yeah.
what they
It
tell
was
you, what they
like
say.
so. Sometimes I'll be like, "Hey guys, here's this toy right here," and then I'll look at the chat and I'll be like, "Oh, they're saying what's up? What crimes did I commit this week? Oh, let's talk about that." It just goes off about something else.
That's how it's supposed to, man. You go down those rabbit holes and you give the
Yeah,
audience what they want, right? You know,
exactly. Yeah.
that's what you do. Uh, Manny's coming in with yes, you were the lawyer. He knows the movie, man. T- he technically the name is the prosecutor, is what your character name was. Is that correct, Sonny?
Yes and no. It was a title at first, and then they realized that they never say my name in the court scene. So then Stephen Root asked Mike Judge. He was like, "Hey, when I say Sonny's character's name, can I just yell out prosecutor?" And Mike Judge was like, yeah, let's just do that." So then it became the actual name, prosecutor, and then that's how I'm listed in the credits as well.
That's great, man. I can't wait to hear more about that here in a little bit. We're going to talk about that, Manny. So stick around. Do not leave. You want to hear this story. This is a fantastic story that I have not heard yet, but I know it's going to be fantastic. Let's talk about your other channel at Sonny from the O2.
Framda. Sunny Framda. I feel like I should have a handlebar mustache.
Yeah, we were talking about this earlier. How I didn't I mispronounced it the whole time, and I was thinking, okay, well I know he's Latino, so maybe it's like some kind of it's in I went to Google Translate and they couldn't find it for me, um, all that fun stuff, and so finally he educated us on how to pronounce this channel properly.
Yes, it is Sunny from the O2 because I created it in sixth grade and I thought this is going to be awesome to spell the DA like a gangster. And I made it my email address. And so it was Sunny from the O2, my email address. And when I started doing photography, I was shooting a lot of the local hip hop scene here in Austin. And I would send them the photos from that email address to the point that they started calling me and referring to me as Sonny from the O2. And so it just became a thing where people were started calling me that. And that's where it stuck. So I was like, people branded me that way, so I'll go ahead and just start using it. So that's why it's still that way at 40 years old. So
Nice. So Instagram has been around since '02.
Instagram has not. O2 is actually 78702, the zip code where I grew up in. It's in East Austin. Now it's
Oh,
gentrified. It's like super gentrified. Like I can't afford to live there at this point, but it was where they stuck all the poor people back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And so
oh.
that's where I have the from the O2. But yeah, it was like I said in sixth grade I created that, and then it got stuck when I started getting out there, and so I was like, screw it, that's what they're knowing me by, so that's what I'll use.
Nice, man. Hey, Mandy's coming in with it's okay. I used to call myself Dice Roller.
Dice
Dog.
roller.
That's right. I mean,
So
but
my
go ahead.
I would say my first email was actually Sons of Steel, like Buns of Steel. But then I locked
See,
myself out, so I had to create a new one. So
see, you
that's
guys
just
got
like
bet you guys got better stuff than I ever did. Finally, when I was like 18 years, I didn't have email in high school or anything. It wasn't until I graduated that I've got my first computer, and I finally set up my very first Yahoo account. And I don't know why. Cadillac, if you're my brother Chad, if you're if you're in the chat, so his football number was 72. Um, and for whatever reason, I decided to name my email username Sean underscore stud underscore 72 at yahoo.com. That was my jam for I don't know how many years, thinking I was so cool. It's 72 was my brother's football number.
yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm weird. I don't know what I
No,
was
I like the
thinking.
number 72. I have a 72 Buick Skylark. My dad had a 72 Chevelle and a 72 Nova. So 72 is a number that means something to me.
Nice, man. Well, good. See, there you go. This is why we confess things on the internet, so we can unlock
Exactly.
memories for other people. Yeah, tell everybody about the Sunny from '02.
So this one is more of my comedy stuff right here. A lot of times I'll just take a screenshot of what I post on Facebook and throw it on there because my Facebook is monetized, Instagram is not. So a lot of attention goes to Facebook. But then I realized that people were trying to look at my yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm proud of this video right there.
This is amazing. I love this video. This is so good.
That was done in San Diego. So
Gotcha. And I can't play the music because I'll get copy slapped, but he's playing the
yeah.
Pokemon theme song right here, guys. So gotta catch 'em all. You gotta hear that piano rocking. Dut, 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 dut. This is hilarious, man. I love this video. Really
I
well
made
done,
my
man.
oldest son record. I made my oldest son record, and he was like, "What are you doing?" I could just record the animal, and then just let me go. And then when I did it, he was like, "All right, these are pretty good." And then he was even telling me when we'd see animals, he'd be like, "Hey, you want me to record?" I'm like, "Yes, let's do it."
That's so good, man. I love it. I love it. So it looks like your trip was I love my woman like I love my cliffs.
Unstable. So
Yes.
before anybody's like, "Oh, you're a prick," uh, my wife is pretty much like, "If you need to make jokes, make the jokes. Like, just do it." So she's all for the stupid stuff that I do.
Oh yeah, yeah. And that's when you know you found somebody special.
Yeah.
When our wives can tell us, "Go do the stupid stuff you do, man. Just go do it. If you're gonna go, if you're gonna go your stupid stuff. Go for it." Oh, look at Look at
This
these
was a shock.
prices. These,
Yeah, that's crazy.
wow.
I
Golly.
love Little Caesars. I'm hoping one day they'll just be a sponsor for me. I'll be a spokesperson for Little Caesars.
Oh yeah, you'll be like Happy Gilmore and get a free Little Caesars card for life.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
It'd be dope. But yeah, I like Little Scissors too. I mean, you can't beat it, dude. And I'm always trying to convince my wife if we ever have like a party or something. Like, hey, can we just go get a bunch of hot and readies, and that way we can just, what? Why do we need to spend catering on, all this other stuff? Let's just go get some hot and readies and be done.
That's the easiest way to do it. Plus, they have
Yeah,
pretzel crust. Nobody else has a pretzel crust pizza. It's an amazing pizza.
there you go. I'm a fan of their it's like a garlic, their deep dish garlic things, bread. It's like a little bitty, I don't know, like pizza.
You talking about the little puffs? Yeah, those are amazing.
Yeah, not the puffs. It's just like a
Oh,
little
not puff?
bitty garlic bread. It's like garlic bread with pepperoni on it or something, like a deep dish.
Oh,
It kind of
okay.
looks it kind of looks like this deep Detroit style deep dish pepperoni, but
Oh,
it's like little bitty garlic. I don't know if they still have them. It's there they are right there. No, is that a pizza? That four
nah, yeah, it's
piece?
the little pizza. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'm
Maybe
gonna
they
have to
got rid
look
of
out
it.
for those.
So this is how frugal I am. The closest Little Caesars to me is about 8 miles away, and I refuse. And they don't deliver. So, and I don't do DoorDash or anything like that. So, I refuse to drive 8 miles away just to pick up a pizza. So, but I do like me some Little Caesars, man. Very good, very good. So this is your comedy channel here, right?
Yeah, and every now and then I'll post personal stuff in there, and some people would be like, "Oh, okay, it's like we know you." I'm like, "Yeah,"
Nice.
but like the crazy thing is, like, I post stuff that I don't remember posting, and then I'll be at a show or something, and someone will, will comment about something. I'm totally lost. Like, I have no idea what this person's talking about. They're like, "Oh, you posted it on Facebook. I think it was like on February 4th or something." I'm like, "What? Oh yeah, and I still don't know."
That's funny, man. That's too good. Manny coming in. Oh, we got John Murphy saying that's cool, Sonny. Uh, Manny coming in with love it. Your video slaps, my man. What does that mean? Is that what new slang? I don't know.
Yeah, that's means it's
I don't.
cool. It's
Okay,
tight.
is that okay? It's the bomb. Your
The
videos
bomb.
are the bomb, man. Yeah. So Cadillac coming in. He's here lurking, setting up my room for the next week. Right on. Well, welcome in,
Mr.
Cadillac.
72.
Yeah, Mr. 72. That's right. Up in the house, man. Oh my goodness. How about this, man? Let's get into our next segment. Forgot to grab some boxes. I got them. Got them. We got some boxes we're going to do with some unboxing live
Sweet.
here on the live stream. Who wants to see some live unboxing, guys?
I do.
Okay, thank you. I'm glad somebody said something. Okay.
Sometimes I do unboxings on my live streams, but I usually forget and then have to do everything, rush everything at the last minute before I go to bed. So,
Let's pull up the Nick Avenue cam so everybody can see what we got. What we got up in here. Okay. So, have you ever heard of Whatnot, Sonny?
but not the app.
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
I just discovered it, and I've been buying crap nonstop. So Keith can attest to this from Vintage Sports Flips. He knows I've just been going nuts. I've got so many boxes of I literally have no idea what's going to be in this box. I bought so much crap.
Man, I did that when eBay was first around. Like I have a bunch of uncut rubies because I won the bid. Like I have so much dumb stuff from eBay. So
Dang, uncut rubies.
yeah, I refuse to download any new apps that I'm not going to try to sell something on because I know I'll get addicted and start just buying stuff I don't need.
So I've been fortunate enough. I kind of dropped off from Whatnot because I think I've purchased everything that I need to purchase for quite a while. Okay, so I think I'm set because I buy for nostalgia. You know,
Yeah,
I'll just kind of be chilling on somebody's live because it's all live auctions, right? It's just nonstop, and I get into this mode where I'm just kind of just chilling, and all of a sudden I'm like, yeah, they got some cool toys, but I seriously doubt they'll have. Hey, I need that, you know.
yeah.
So, so the first thing in this box is a, let's see, what year is this? 1994 carded back Violator Spawn figure, man. Do you remember Spawn figures?
I do. I have some of the updated McFarlane Spawn figures around here. My cousin used to try to collect those back in the day. We'd have to go into Spencer's and look at all the like, oh, let's not look at the adult toys. We're just here to see the Spawn figures.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
but
Oh yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
it's like,
Good. Kind of thumb through the posters in the back, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like, I'm just looking for a Mighty Max poster. Whoa, this is Miss June.
Oh man, yeah, we all did that. Who didn't love that, man? Spencer's is still like that. They're still like
Spencer's
that.
is worse now. Like if
Yeah.
you've ever, yeah, it's like, oh, is this an adult shop now or a gag store? Oh, look,
Yeah.
there's gags right there on the wall.
Exactly. And I've purchased some things there I can't mention for my bachelor party.
Yeah, I was like, oh, by the way, what can I say and not say on the stream?
Yeah, you know, it's a free country. I'll say that, but I try not. You know, whatever, man. I don't care. I'm not.
Well,
I'm not. I'm not. I'm not a prude. I'll say that much.
because
I'm no
like,
angel.
'cause, like, I don't cuss on my live stream, and yet YouTube still is like, hey, this is questionable. We're gonna semi-monetize you. So I'm like,
You
hey,
said the word.
what?
You said the word farfignugan. That's pretty darn close, young man, to
Yeah,
the
exactly.
real F word. You know.
They're like, we know what you meant.
Your intentions were bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, 1997, guys. Look at this thing. This is the Mask animated series figure, man. Does anybody even know that this was a thing? The Mask animated series.
Well, I knew the
You ever,
Mask animated series was a thing. I didn't know they made toys of it though. That card back looks amazing, by the way.
isn't that cool?
Yeah, I like the way they did that.
Yeah, that's the problem with Whatnot. You're sitting there and you're just kind of watching, and they're like, okay, we're going to start this at $1 bid. And you just, next thing you know, you're bidding, you're swiping. Swiper, no swiping. You got to be careful on the Whatnot app. But yeah, dude, this is a 1997. This thing is cool, man. I bought another one that was loose.
So this
On
is a
what?
2023 Mask.
Let me look.
There.
Let me look. Hang on, bringing it
Speaking
up,
of the
bringing you up.
mask,
Oh, that's awesome. Look at that thing,
right there.
man. Is that
Yeah,
who made that one?
I think it's by PW Toys, if I'm not mistaken. They're a third party, so it might not be official. It might be official. I don't know. It's a
Okay.
big guess. So sometimes when you see these types of figures, you got to snatch them up because then a cease and desist comes, and then you can't get them anymore.
Right, right. I'm a big sneakerhead, and oh my gosh, I forgot to put on my shoe. You didn't even see this. Well, I'm not a sneakerhead, but I have recently purchased a few shoes. These are my pet monster shoes. What do you think about that, man? Oh yeah,
I
you
like
saw them at
those.
the
Yeah, I saw them. I saw those
the
live, and I was shocked to see them live. To be honest with you,
yeah.
I was like, "Wow,
Let me
okay, all right, I like that."
let me see if I can get this thing working. I'm gonna try to use the force here. Let's see if I can use it. Okay, I think we're in business. Let's go this
Oh,
way.
that's
This
dope.
way.
That slaps. I'm gonna help you out with that.
Thanks, Sonny. Appreciate that. Man, now I can tell everybody Sonny slapped me tonight. Oh, I can't
Yeah,
wait.
exactly.
I can't wait. Let's see what's in the second bag here, man. Let's see what's going on. I don't know what's in here, man. Oh, this is cool. It's technically a dog toy, but it's a Game Boy. Keith, I ought to send this to you for your doggy, and she can chew on this bad boy. Check that out. Let's just listen. It's an ASMR. But it's I don't know what I don't even think that's a real game, but how cool is that, man? I saw that and I said on one of those plushy whatnot channels, and I said, oh, that's pretty cool, man. So I got
Yeah, that's pretty
that.
cool. I like that.
Oh, cool. He threw in these Mighty Morphin Power Ranger movie pins. These are pins. Just clip on whatever. That's cool.
Those, oh man, I want to say I have one of those somewhere. I can't remember where I got it from. Burger King, maybe?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh,
I believe I had one.
here we go. The piece de resistance. I don't even know what that means, man. I've just heard so many people say it whenever they're saying something epic, and I'm just like, oh, this is a good time to execute that. And look at this. Check this out. This is Bases Loaded.
Bases Loaded. Wow.
Who doesn't remember NES OG cartridge? I don't know why. I just had to have it. It unlocked a memory for me because I don't think we owned the game. I think we rented it several times from our local movie shop.
Yes, thank you. I mentioned that to somebody, and they're like, "Wait a minute, why didn't you just buy it?" I'm like, "That's not how it works. You rent it 18 times. That's how you play these games."
That's right, because we couldn't afford the $50 game, but we rented it 72 times at $4 a pop.
Yeah, $4. Yeah, exactly. It's like it's both our game.
Right. That's right. Look at this, man. This is cool. I had to have this. I haven't had this since I was a child. All right, I'm gonna full screen this because it's a figure. It is an action figure. Look at this guy. Look at this. Who is that? Who is that? Tell me.
That is the Kenner 89 Michael Keaton Batman. I have him incomplete. I don't have his cape.
Oh, wait a minute. I thought it was his face. I got scammed. Oh well. Well, at least you don't have the cape here. Well, next time I see you, man, you can have the cape because I thought it was I thought it was his. Go ahead.
I have the updated version as well.
Oh, he does have the belt though. The Sony belt.
Yeah, that's a little ratcheting belt.
Yeah.
But I also have the updated version.
Now that's awesome. I want one of those.
Yeah.
Let me see that guy. Look at that Keaton. Oh, now that's Michael Keaton right there, man.
Hey, let's see. Can you see his eyes move?
No way. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's from a company, Mezco. I also make fun of their toys, and they send me free stuff.
Oh yeah. I've heard of Mezco. I've heard of Mezco.
Yeah, good guys over there.
But what I was getting at with the when you mentioned the cease and desist orders is Bull Airs. BullAirs.com does all these cool sneakerhead stuff. They make all this stuff, and some of them are licensed, and some of them are inspired themes, right? That's what we'll call them. And anyways, I've got a few pairs of theirs. Hold on.
Their Ninja Turtle ones are nice.
Oh yeah, the sewer stompers. Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Pretty sweet, man. Here we go. Jazz lurking. Oh, we got Trumpet Master 77 up in the house. Everything there is to know about barbecue. You go see my friend. You go see my friend Luis at Trumpet Master 77 Barbecue, guys. Releases a video every Wednesday. This guy is barbecuing nonstop. He takes you through the step-by-step process of how to do it. If you're a rookie noob like barbecue like me, you can learn everything there is to know about it, man. It's great, dude. All you need is a good grill, and he will show you the rest, man. It's great. Go check out his content, man. Trumpet drop real REEL in the chat, and that goes for anybody else who would like to promote your YouTube channel, because we're building a community here. So let's rock each other and support each other and help grow this safe space of a geek community. Glad you're here, man. Good to see you, buddy. Yeah. Whatnot is definitely addictive, buddy. I have Whatnot boxes from a couple months ago. He still hasn't opened. Yep. Yeah, that's how it works. I think they're still sitting in his PO box. His uh yeah, buddy. I don't know what we were talking about, but John Murphy, well, fudge. That's bullshot.
Oh,
Let's see.
the censoring.
Yeah. Well, only I didn't say fudge.
Yeah. So far from Nugan. I said it again.
How dare you, Sonny?
Ugh.
There are children present. I love that figure, dude. I have the 2004 Napoleon Dynamite, and it's still in the box. What? That's amazing. I love Napoleon Dynamite. I didn't know they made figures of him.
I didn't realize that either. That was a good movie, though. I like that movie.
It is good. It still holds up too, man. Who's your favorite character
Yeah.
from Napoleon?
Oh, I'd have to probably say Uncle Rico.
I think he's
That's-
everybody's favorite. I
Yeah.
really do. Space Ghost. I remember Space Ghost. Yeah, dude.
I love Space Ghost. Mezco has a Space Ghost figure that I want, but it's just out of my price range. I don't want to pay for it. It's just it came out
Yeah.
years ago, so it shot up in price. And I'm like,
I
nah.
think the voice actor is making rounds on Comic-Con events at some places around somewhere. Not I don't think
Really?
here, but out of other states and things like that. Yeah.
That's cool.
Trumpet Master coming with El Hombre de Bat. Yeah.
Hombre de Bat.
The eyes move. Oh my God, yes. Yeah, there it is, man. You type real just like that, guys, and look at that. Your link is there to share with the world. Thanks, Scene. You're welcome, buddy. Thanks for being here, man. It's good to see you. He calls me. It's funny. My name is spelled Shaun, but he still calls me Scene like Sean. And from day one, he's called me Scene. Scene. So you got to picture him yelling on the other end, Scene.
I never understood when Sean was spelled Sean. Like, yeah, so I get it.
I don't-
Scene, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, send me a pic, dude. Send me a pic. I'm using my camera as my phone as a secondary beer cam, so I can't look at it right now. But heck yeah, that dude could throw a football over a mountain. Yeah.
Easy.
and then he grabbed.
When he
check
throws the
this out.
steak.
Yo, that's the best, man.
That movie just had
That's
so many unexpected things that you're just like, this is when they smash his tater tots in his pocket.
Yep. Exactly. Hello. Would you like to look like this?
Oh,
The
nice.
girl-
Yeah.
Remember, she opens the door. It's like, hello. Would you like to look like this?
Yeah.
And it's the glamour shot. And he goes, this is a girl. Well, for right now. Napoleon, you're just jealous because I've been chatting with babes online all day.
Her name's LaVonda.
Well, things are going pretty good, but I'm just totally TO'd because she still hasn't sent me a full body shot yet.
That movie taught me what a coccyx was. Broker coccyx. I was like, what? What?
A what? Wait. A what? What did you
I
call
grabbed the case. I was like, what is the rating on this? Her coccyx.
a coccyx? I don't remember that. When did they talk about
It's
that?
like the tailbone. It's like the tailbone. She was ATV riding, I think it was.
Oh, she broke. Oh, okay. Yeah, she broke their. He did say that. Didn't he?
It's like, what?
That's the best, man.
I was like, I didn't know ladies had that.
Yeah, right. Thought that was just a dude thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you come over here and hit me and find out what happens? You know, and then he said something. What else did he say? He said, Rex Kwon-Do. Rex
Oh,
Kwon-Do.
yeah. Diedrich Bader's hilarious, man.
Mhm.
That dude, yeah.
Yeah,
What did he say? Oh, man. You think, what about the roundhouse? Well, I'm wearing a pair of these. He's like,
Oh,
the
yeah,
American flag.
yeah. You think anybody wants a roundhouse to the kick? What's
A roundhouse kick to the face.
We're wearing one pair of these? Yeah. You think I'm a loser because I go home to Starlet every night? You know.
Oh man.
Grab my wrist. My other wrist.
But
Your other wrist.
your other wrist.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, such a good one.
Sunflowers, what's going on? Welcome here. Welcome here. Hey, well, I got a game I want to play with you, and I got to thank my kids for playing this game with me. It's called Akinator. And it's like all I can picture is the machine from Big with Tom Hanks.
Oh,
Zartan,
Zoltar?
Zoltar. Yes.
I literally just saw one of those machines when I was in California at Frank and Sons. They have one there. I was like, oh,
Nice,
sweet.
dude. So apparently this thing will read your mind. And so let's see what Madame Ruby sees. Pick a character, objects, or animals, Sonny.
Do I tell you which category?
Yeah, pick one.
All right, let's see. All right, we'll go object.
Okay. An objects. Okay. Let's see what happens. Is it an electronic device?
No.
Okay. Manny says he's done this before. Does it go into the mouth? I think that, and this is a kid's game, so.
Okay, I'm assuming you don't have an OnlyFans, so no.
No. My hobbitsfeet.com got shut down. So no, it does not go in your mouth. Okay.
Like this says probably not.
Is it soft? Is it soft, Sonny? No, it's not soft. Okay.
Go back to the coccyx here.
Can we buy it? And his facial expressions too. And can we buy
Yes.
it?
Yes.
Okay. We can buy it. Is it bigger than a foot?
Yes.
Does it have a seat?
No.
No. Does it have a handle?
Oh, that's a tough one.
You don't know?
It can and it cannot.
So probably.
We'll say probably.
All right. Can we put something inside?
No. I get that question so much.
Can we play with it?
That's another question I get all the time. No. This is a kid's game.
So, yeah. To be honest, my kid has always picked characters, so I have not done the objects. Okay. I haven't done this topic before, so this is a whole other world.
Oh man.
I'm sure if I picked this, I would just be giggling and he'd be like, "Dad, why are you laughing?"
Yeah, exactly.
Can we play with it, Sonny?
No, I'm married.
Can it be opened or closed?
Oh.
Yes, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh man. Yes.
Yes, you can open and close it.
Oh man.
Little Limp Biscuits in the action up in here.
Oh man.
Does it involve a window?
No.
No. Okay.
Back to the innocent questions.
Yeah. I think he's messing with us. Is it taller than a man?
Hmm. I will put no. Let's go no.
Oh, okay. Does it have a relationship with water?
No.
Okay. Is it made of paper?
No.
Okay. Is it dangerous?
No.
Does it touch the floor?
Yeah. This is the first time I've been able to answer yes to that question.
Okay.
Oh man, I
This
love
is
this game. I love this game.
Is it made of
Oh,
wood? Is it made of wood? Oh my god.
oh man, oh man, no, no, it's not made of wood.
Can we switch it off?
No.
Okay, no. Can it contain something?
Oh
God.
man,
This is
oh,
ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
oh, it can contain something. Oh, no, we'll say no. I hope I'm
Okay.
going right. No.
Okay. Can we put something on top?
Yes.
All right.
The question I always answer yes when they ask us at the gentleman's club.
Do we find I can't do this. Do we find it at the university?
uh you could probably.
Uh,
We'll go probably.
all right. Does it have a relationship with the household chores?
No. No.
Mm. Okay. Is it useful for some vehicles?
No.
Okay. Can it be eaten?
No.
Is it flat?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Does it have 4 spikes?
Four spikes?
Yeah.
It's very specific. No.
No. Okay. Is it a tripod?
Oh crap! That's what it is.
No, it's Is it really?
I'm looking at it right there. That's
Uh,
what it has 3 spikes. It's weird that it said 4.
there you go. I
That's
tell you, man.
crazy.
Oh my god, isn't that awesome?
Wow. That is cool. That is cool.
Great guess. Guess right. One more. Oh, that's great, man. A tripod. Akinator, ladies and gentlemen. What?
Dang, that was good. That was good.
That was pretty damn funny, dude. All right, let's do some trivia, Sonny. If you know it, just holler it out, man. Because we're gonna run through it. We're gonna be here. We're having a good time here, man. This is fun. In Back to the Future, people keep mistaking Marty for a member of which military division?
Oh, is it the Army? I'm gonna go Army.
Army.
Oh, I haven't seen this since I was a kid.
Oh, you need to rewatch it. It's so damn.
I
Good.
do.
So damn good.
I need to make my kids watch it. It's funny because
Little Doc Brown. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Is that NECA? Is that NECA?
Yeah, it's NECA. Yeah, it's NECA.
Man. NECA's dope, man.
I had to get
so
this one.
good.
Perfect face. Perfect face.
Hey, he's showing us his old face.
Yeah, exactly.
Great Scott, says John Murphy. So John Murphy is correct with Coast
Coast.
Guard.
I almost
Coast
went Coast Guard.
Yeah,
I
that's
almost
the
went
one
Coast Guard.
because he walks into the diner and he's like, "Hey, what's the life preserver?" You know.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's
Coast
see.
Guard. Okay.
Which Ninja Turtle coined the phrase "cowabunga"?
Michelangelo.
Correct. Who are the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles named after?
Renaissance artists.
Very good, Padawan. What is the turtle's favorite food?
Pizza.
What is April O'Neil's job?
She's a news reporter for Channel 6 News, I believe.
Yep. Oh wow, you went deep on that one.
Got to make up for the Coast Guard miss.
Yeah. What is Krang?
Krang is a brain that is inside of a robot's body.
Yeah, android from
Android.
Where is he from?
Oh, that one you got me on.
That's bonus points.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's bonus points. He's from Dimension X. I'll say
Dimension
that.
X. Here we go.
Yeah,
Okay.
pizza. Good job, John. Keeping up with this. One more for us. What does the vigilante Casey Jones always wear?
A hockey mask.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. How about that?
I
Very
thought he was
good.
so cool growing up. I was like, man,
Oh,
I need to learn to
he
play
was-
hockey, but I live in Texas.
right? And growing up where I grew up, we were nowhere near any kind of ice rinks or anything like that. You know, I think the Ice Bats arena was the closest thing, way off of East 290 back in the day, right at the Expo Center. Is that where it was?
Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah, I forgot it was out there.
Yeah, way out there, and we never went. I didn't go till I met my wife. We were just dating at the time. And she's like, "Oh, let's go to. Can we go to Ice Bats game?" I was like, "Yeah, cool." I think I won some tickets on the radio, or she did, or something like that.
Oh,
And
okay.
so we went. It was old school, man, because they had the bleachers. It was just like bleachers up in there. You know what I mean? It wasn't like the
Yeah.
HB Center where it's seats everywhere. Yeah, good times.
Man, that's
man.
cool. Yeah, I never saw a game out there. I did see one at the HEB Center though.
Oh yeah, you need to go back for more, dude. It's so much fun. The newer ones.
Yeah.
Texas Stars, man, they're so much fun.
Yeah.
There's not a bad seat in the house. Not a bad seat in the house. Wasn't that one of the two aliens from The Simpsons who Krang?
That's Krang.
Maybe?
What is it, Krang or Crag? Yeah, it's real similar. I think it might be.
That's
Krang.
a good point. Oh, here you go. Kodos and Kang.
Kang.
just
That's
looked
what
it
it
up.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was
I
like, I know
remember
it's
those
close.
guys.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think the first time I saw the aliens was on a Treehouse of Horrors episode.
Treehouse of Horror. I think that's where
Yeah.
they first made their appearance. Yeah.
Yeah,
Which they were in the Simpsons video game, the Nintendo video game. Was it? I think it was Bartman. I think it was. They were in there too. I never got very far in that, but I rented it like 18 times.
Same. That's it right there, man. Hey, while we got you up here, everybody knows. Well, if they don't know, I want to hear this story. So, you were in the movie Idiocracy, right? So,
Yes.
I want to hear how old you were.
We filmed that in 2003, so I was 20 years old. Well, actually, I was 19 years old because it was in the middle part of the year.
Wow.
Yeah, so
21
19 years old.
So tell us
No,
the
19
story.
years old.
19.
Yeah, 19. Yeah.
So tell us the story on how it came to be, man. How did you find it? We talked about, was it on a Craigslist ad or what, man? How did it happen?
It was actually in the Austin American Statesman. My mom, for some reason, every now and then my parents would get newspaper delivered to their house. It was very bizarre. Like just randomly it would be delivered. I don't even think they subscribed to it. But so my mom was browsing through it and she saw that they were looking for extras to be in an untitled Mike Judge film. And at the time the working title was 3001. And she called me up and she was like, "Hey, you're not doing anything this weekend, right?" And I'm like, "No." She goes, "They have this open casting call for extras for a Mike Judge movie." And I was like, "Oh, that's cool. He did this King of the Hill and Beavis and Butthead, so that'd be kind of cool." And so they were like, "Okay, for the open casting call, you need a headshot and your information, basically." So I had a little digital camera, took a photo real quick in front of some mini blinds, which is never the way you want to do a headshot. It was horizontal instead of vertical. It was just complete mess. Uh, Took a picture, typed out my name on a piece of paper, stapled it to the back, showed up to the extras casting call, which there were hundreds of people there. And we go up and we're just like, "Here's my paper," and all right, and then we leave, and that was it. So I went with my dad and my ex brother-in-law. And a few weeks later, they called my dad and they were like, "Hey, we want you to be an extra in this film." And he was like, "Okay, cool." And they're like, "It shoots this date." He's like, "All right." Then they called my ex brother-in-law. They're like, "Hey, we want you to be an extra for this film." So he was like, "Okay." And so he was in the my ex brother-in-law was in the theater scene when they go see the award-winning movie. We'll call it Patootie to
Oh
avoid
yeah.
YouTube. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
and my dad. Well, we'll talk about my dad here in a bit. Um, So they both got the call, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." I was happy for them that they got to be extras in the movie. I didn't get a phone call, and I was like, it didn't bother me. And then about a week later, they called me and they said, "Hey, this is so and so from Third Coast Casting. We want to bring you in to read a line." And I was like, "Okay." And they were like, "Okay, do you have an email?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's Sonny from the O2, of course." And so they sent me the sides, and the sides. So the original role that I went for was to play a voice, basically. In the movie, the person is not seen. So in the movie, you have Luke Wilson playing Joe Bowers. He's in line getting his test at the hospital,
Mhm.
and he's like trying to blow into the little tube and insert the other tubes, and you hear someone from the back go, "Hurry up, asshole." That was the role that I went for, just saying that. So I get there to the audition, and there's some other stuff that happened in the parking lot that I almost didn't audition, but then I decided, nah, let me go ahead and not be my regular East Side Sonny. Let me go try this audition and see what happens. Um, but I go to the audition, I do the line. Well, they call me in. They're like, "Stand on your mark," and I'm like, "Okay." I don't know what that means. And they're like, "That tape. There's an X right there out of tape. Step on that." I go, "Okay." So I stepped on it. They're like, "Do the line." So I did the line. It was funny too because like I was in the lobby waiting, and everybody's like dressed up real nice. I had on like Dickie shorts and a white T-shirt straight out the bag, so I still had that factory crease in it.
Nice.
And yeah, so like I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. So I go in there, I say the line. I'm unaware of what Mike Judge looks like. I have no idea what he actually looks like. I assumed he looked like Hank Hill for some reason. And so he's in there with the casting director, and I say the line, and then Mike Judge says, "Well, have you ever acted before?" And I go, "No." And they're like, "Okay." They start writing stuff, and I go, "Ah, you know what? I don't know, man. That might be a lie. I might be lying. I don't know. It depends." And they're like, "What are you talking about?" I go, "I mean, I don't know if it counts, but in pre-K, there was a play about the very hungry caterpillar, and I was the apple on Monday." And they were like, "What are you talking about?" They look at each other like, "What is he talking about?" I go, "Yeah, man." I go, "I wore this big apple around my head," and I go, "I could, it was the '80s, so it was just I was dressed weird with tube socks or whatever." And Mike Judge kind of chuckled, and he goes, "Well, that's something I'd like to see." And I was like, "Dude, I still remember my lines if you want me to do them." And they started laughing, so I just walk out the room, and they're like, "What is he do? Where'd he go?" And then I pop back in. I go, "Okay, remember it's the '80s, so I got a big apple on my head, and I got long tube socks that go past my knees. I got little shorts that are. I want to know why my parents put these little bitty shorts on me." And I walk back out, and then I walk over, and I walk like just kind of like dumbfounded. I step on my mark that time, and I said in a monotone voice, I go, "On Monday, he ate through one apple, but he was still hungry." And then I walked off. And they're laughing. They're like, what is he talking about? I've never been to an audition, so I didn't know what the rules and regulations were. So I was just acting a fool. Because I was like, they're never gonna put me in this movie. Like that doesn't happen to people from my neighborhood. It's not what happens. And so when I was done, whatever, and then Mike Judge stands up and he shakes my hand. He's like, all right, well, thanks for coming in. I was like, hey, no problem. I was like, hey, I appreciate the opportunity. Thank y'all. Y'all have a great one. I walked out. Didn't hear nothing from them for about a week. And then one day, the Beth Sepko, who's the casting director, she called me and she was like, "Hey, Sonny," she goes, "Bad news, you didn't get that role." I was like, "Oh, that's cool." I go, "But thank you for the opportunity. I had a lot of fun. That's something I never thought I'd do anyway, so I appreciate that." And she goes, "Whoa, whoa, 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 hold on." She's like, "Mike wants you in his movie, so we're gonna send you sides for 3 more roles, and you come in and read them, and we're gonna decide where to put you." I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." So I go in and I read for the part of the, I want to say South Carolina representative. It's in the House of Representing where Terry Crews is giving his presidential address. And I go in and I read the sides for that. And I read the sides for 2 other roles that I can't remember. And they were like, okay, they're like, well, Mike doesn't want you for those roles. I was like, all right, that's cool. I was like, but hey, if I could be an extra, that'd be dope too. That'd be fun. And they're like, no, no, no. They're like, he wants you in this movie. We're gonna give you larger roles to read for so that you're in the movie. And so I read for the doctor, which went to Justin Long, and I read for the prosecutor, and I can't remember what the 6th role, but I ended up reading technically for 7 different roles. Oh, for horny guy. It's labeled as horny guy. He's the one that talks to Maya Rudolph like, yeah, baby, I could utilize you. So Mike Judge wanted me for the prosecutor and horny guy. The other producers were said the scenes are too close together. Someone might recognize that it's the same actor. So they gave my audition tape to the other guy. This is what I was told. They gave my audition tape for the horny guy to the guy who got the role and just told him just mimic what he did. And I was like, that's pretty cool.
That's
so
awesome, dude.
I ended up getting the prosecutor role, and Wardrobe was not too happy with that decision because the role was written for a 6'6", 350-pound man. At the time, I was all a 5'10", a $125. So it's like what I'm wearing had so many safety pins and straight pins in there that when I move too much, I stab myself constantly.
Oh man.
So yeah, it was pretty uncomfortable, but I was like, hey, this is cool. It's a cool little thing. That wig cost more than they paid me for the role. That was not.
I remember I jumped in on one of your live streams and you were talking about that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was embarrassing to watch them cut that price tag off. Like, oh hey, that costs $1,800. They're paying me $600 for this role. the wig got more money than I did.
Did you get to keep that wig?
No, they took it. That was made from real human hair. So like everything that they're wearing, they kept. Which is like when I first saw somebody wear Crocs at Fiesta, Texas, I thought they stole them from set. And I was like, dang, I should have stole something too. I had no idea that Crocs were actual shoes at the time.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, man.
No, because I saw your post where you were wearing a wig like that, and I was like, oh, maybe he got to keep the wig, you know.
So that's the reason I have that is because I was, I post about that I was on Idiocracy all the time on Facebook and stuff. And it's like a running joke that people have made about me and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, it's cool. I'll play into it and help you out with that. And so I posted about Idiocracy, and one of my Facebook friends, she messaged me. She was like, hey, my boyfriend's a huge fan of Idiocracy. And right now he was in the cryptocurrency world. And she's like, one of his rivals, they're kind of friends, but they're also rivals. He's actually a lawyer. And so she was like, will you read lines that he reads on camera mocking this guy, and we'll pay you? And I was like, okay, cool. And she goes, how much do you charge? And I was like, I don't know, give me $75. I'll do it real quick. Like, they only want like a 30-second, 45-second clip. So like, give me $75. I'll do it. And I'll buy a wig with that money. And she was like, okay. She was like, we're not going to pay you $75. She's like, we'll give you 750. And I was like, whoa, that's insane for the 45-second clip. And so I bought the wig. I bought well, I had my mom make the attorney at law shirt, and then I bought just like a silver vest because I couldn't find the correct material that they made. The vest that they made that from what I understand from a wardrobe, those were curtains that they made into those vests.
Really?
So it's like, yeah, it's like a weird material. It's not even a shirt material.
Wow.
But so I couldn't find it. So I was just like, well, let me just get a silver vest. So I grabbed a silver vest off of Amazon. But since I had the wig, I was like, that's when I made that Facebook. I made a Facebook post. I put it on Instagram as well. That if I got over 100 shares of me and my wig with my Idiocracy shirt, then I would, because my driver's license is expiring this year, and so I was like, if I get over 100 shares, I'll dress as my character for my driver's license.
Okay,
and
I remember seeing that. Yeah, somewhere.
Yeah, that's where it came from. And it got like 140 something shares total. So I was like, all right, let's do it. So
Nice, dude. That's awesome.
yeah.
And you've made it when you have people making gifts out of you, dude. How awesome is that? I mean,
the first time I saw that, I was like, holy crap. I was like, what? And then during the presidential elections, apparently memes pop up with my image. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I like that.
Yeah, man, you got memes and everything, dude. That's so cool, dude. That's okay. Number one, Your Honor. Just look at him.
Just look at him. It's it's crazy too, because like when they gave me the role, I didn't know what the movie was about. They said it was a sci-fi movie take place in the future. And so when I'm reading for these lines, when I did the prosecutor, I'm all like, oh, prosecutor, okay. Like I'm like, oh, number one, Your Honor, blah blah blah. And Mike Judge is like, no, man, just be yourself. Just be yourself. Say it like you would say. Say it the way Sonny would say. Just be yourself. And so I'm like, all right. And I'm just like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And then the movie comes and then I actually sit down and read the entire script. And I'm like, wow, I'm supposed to be stupid. And he just told me to be myself.
That's hilarious, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good, dude. That is so good, man.
Because like Dax Shepard, he's making a weird voice. So like, well, that's not he has a different voice to it. Sound dumb.
Right.
Stephen Root's like, Stephen Root, he's a really nice guy too. He's like, shut up, like he also is putting on a character, and I'm just myself at 19 years old.
It fit well, dude. It was a well cut scene. I can't tell you how many times I saw that movie, and then when I ran into you, I think I forgot how I ran into you. I just came across one of your live streams one night. I said, "Oh, let me watch this guy. I've heard of this guy." I forgot where I heard it from you. I think it was maybe from Bad City Toys. I don't know.
Bad City Toys, probably, yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm sitting there watching, and you're sitting there. You were in the middle of a conversation about the movie, and I'm going, what is he talking about? I love Idiocracy. What is he referring to? And the next thing I know, I put two and two together. It's like, oh my God, he was in the movie somehow. How was he in the movie? And then eventually, we put 7 Ways to Kevin Bacon and spotted you here. And there you go, man. So, tell us about you said your pops was in here, right?
Right. Yeah. So I filmed my scene, but like they had already booked my dad to be an extra, and they gave him a date. So my scene we filmed a few days before that, and so he's on set, and my dad is a real friendly guy, and he's just talking to just random people, and he happens to chit chat with one of the 80's on set. And hey, nice to meet you, Humbly Artsy.
Yeah,
and
great dude. If you're into, he's a huge Nickelodeon guy. If you're into
okay.
Nickelodeon, he's with the crew. Shout out Splat Attack Podcast. He's in with that crew, man. They do all kinds of great. They get they get the CEOs up on their live streams and not live streams, but they do these podcast videos. Yeah, where they got all these higher ups from the Nickelodeon, dude. It's a great. Go check them out. The Splat Attack Podcast. You know what? I'll send it with you. I'll send it over to you, man.
Cool, yeah.
But hey, thanks for coming out, Manny. Good to see you, buddy. Okay, continue.
I'm sorry, Yeah, so he's just chit chatting with random people. Like I did that too. I chit chatted with the extras while I was there. Apparently, I wasn't supposed to. It's a weird Hollywood rule. I don't care about those rules, but uh, so he was chit chatting with people, just random, and he happened to mention he was like, yeah, he goes, yeah, my son filmed a scene the other day, and they're like, oh yeah, what scene was that? And he was like, I think he said that he was a lawyer, like in the courtroom or something like that. And the guy was like, well, who's your son? He goes, oh, Sonny Castillo. And he goes, wait, what? And he goes, yeah, Sonny Castillo. I think he played like a lawyer. I think he said it was. And the guy goes, hold on. Wait right here. And so the guy runs off, comes back with Mike Judge and tells Mike Judge, Mike, this is Sonny's dad. And Mike Judge was like, oh, you're Sonny's dad? And he's like, yeah. He said that he was he did like a lawyer or something. He goes, yeah, no, he was the prosecutor. And he goes, yeah. He goes, okay. And they were at craft services at a break at the time. And he goes, well, I'll tell you what, Sonny's dad, your family now, you can go eat from this trailer over here. So my dad was like, dude, they fed me like filet mignon. He's like, they fed me all kinds of fancy food. Like they were like, put down that little bag of chips. You can come eat over here with the real food. And
Nice.
they made sure that he appeared twice in the movie. So he plays a plumber that's installing, like fixing pipes so that Brondo can run through the toilet and stuff. So he's wearing like a gold jumpsuit and a headband. And then at the end, when Luke Wilson's giving his presidential address, they show a lot of people in the crowd, and my dad walks up in the center, just like looks up at a big screen. But they wanted to make
Nice.
sure that he was seen in the film because he was my dad. And it's just he just happened to be he speaks to the right person. I was like, that's pretty cool, man.
That's awesome, man. That is so cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I mean, all so you, your brother, and your dad all in the movie, huh?
No, I don't have a brother. So
No, wait. Who you said somebody else was in the
no.
pervert
One of
scene
my
in the
oh no. The horny guy,
not the
that
horny
was
guy. No,
another
I'm
actor.
sorry. No, you said in the movie scene at the beginning where he's watching.
My ex brother-in-law. That's right. Yeah.
Oh,
So
your
he's
ex
an extra
brother-in-law.
in it. Yeah, but you
Nice,
can't
dude.
see him. That's the only bad part. Like you can't see him,
Okay,
but yeah,
okay.
he was in that.
Right on,
I was
man.
like, my brother. Yeah. No, yeah. Okay, yeah.
That's cool, man. A whole family event going on in there, dude.
But
That's
another little trivia that's cool is that my uncle is in the credits under set design.
good to see you, Keith, man. Thanks for coming in, bro. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so my uncle is in the credits of the film under set design.
Oh,
So he
okay.
helped build some of the sets.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
That's
So
so.
it's a
Where? Oh, that's
whole
what I was
lot.
gonna ask you. Where did they film this at?
My dad filmed his scene, I want to say somewhere in the Mueller area. I filmed my scene at the San Marcos Municipal Court, and the movie theater scene, I want to say it was also in the Mueller area, if I'm not mistaken.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
Uh, Yeah, he's done some. He's done some quite a bit of stuff in the Austin area. I guess he lives around
yeah,
this area.
he does. He lives in Austin, so
So
he
he's
lived
still
in
here.
California for a bit. Yeah, he still lives. He still has a house here. He also has a house in California, and he has a house here as well.
Nice. Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Mike Judge is such a visionary, dude. Because I mean, to think about with our perspective now, with the way the world is now, how
yeah,
the I mean, dude, the way he was able to predict that stuff. I mean, even with King of the Hill, he just had such a grown up like that. I don't know, like because the way I'm sure you were raised the way I was, with just like Hank Hill. My dad was basically Hank Hill. And
yeah.
I mean, it's such a way of life. King of the Hill was, and I think to a point we all have a little bit of Bobby Hill in us, and and so I love Mike Judge. I didn't get into Beavis and Butthead. I was too young for that at the time. So I didn't watch a lot of Beavis and Butthead. I watched the movie countless times. Beavis and Butthead
Do
Do America.
America? Yeah,
Yeah, I can't say how many times I watched that movie. But the show, the movie I watched quite a bit, and then me and my brother had a PC game that we would play all the time on our old school Acer computer, the only computer we ever had growing up. And it was I just remember you could hawk loogies off of the top of the high school, and you like you had to you hawked loogies at like cars passing by, and then the principal came walking by, and you kept hearing his voice every time you would hawk and hit on his head. He just, who's up there? Get down! You know, no,
Yeah,
it was
it's
so good.
funny because my mom did not want me watching Beavis and Butthead, and a friend of mine had the Beavis and Butthead game on Sega Genesis.
Oh, nice.
And like she knew, I don't know how she knew he had the game, but she was all like, "When you go over there, don't play Beavis and Butthead. I don't want you playing Beavis and Butthead." So like, I'd go over to his house and I'd take my games with me, and I didn't have very many, but I took them. And he was like, "Well, what do you want to play?" I was like, "Well, my mom said I can't play Beavis and Butthead, so I'm not. Yeah, I don't want to go against what she said." So
Yeah, you want to get the
I go,
chunkla.
yeah, so yeah, exactly. So I was like, I go, but I brought Mortal Kombat 3 over. So we put
Right.
in Mortal
Like,
Kombat 3.
oh my God.
So we put in Mortal Kombat 3, and then his mom comes and she's like, I don't want you playing that game. So
Oh
I'm like, what
gosh.
we ended up playing what was it? Bonkers. Playing
Oh yeah,
Bonkers.
Bonkers was awesome. I remember I loved. Oh, I didn't have a Sega
Yeah.
Genesis, but I remember one of my buddies had that game, and yeah, dude,
Yeah.
Bonkers was great. I remember Bonkers.
Yeah. And then
Oh,
Arrow the Acrobat was the other one we ended up having to play because
why did that sounds familiar too? Or the Acrobat. all those all those family friendly games. Hey, but you know what?
exactly.
But you know what? You're a better person for it, man. Look at you now. Look at you now.
I,
You're a
I
better
told my
person
mom, I was
for it.
like, look at that. You didn't let me watch Beavis and Butthead, and then Mike Judge put me in a movie. She goes, imagine if I did, you'd probably be in jail right now, not making his movie. And I was like, it's a it's a weird way to go to it, but all right, whatever.
Yeah, and we didn't have cable, so we didn't have NTV, so I couldn't have watched Beavis and Butthead even if I wanted to. So that's probably the main reason why I didn't watch Beavis and
we had
Butthead at all.
we had cable on the free weekends. Like sometimes they would throw cable for you
Right.
for free on the weekend. They're like, hey, this is what you're missing, and so we see
Yeah.
it. We get that VCR, like record this.
Yep. That's absolutely right. We did the same exact thing. Only I was such a square that I was busy watching Nickelodeon when it would come on this free weekends, and then my parents like bogarted the living room with the HBO weekend. You know what I mean? Because HBO would come every
Yeah,
weekend, and you just gotta. We had the Betamax, and we would just record everything on the Betamax, like everything that would pop out then and there. So yeah, man, no doubt. That's awesome,
yeah.
man.
People
That is.
people would come around and be like, "You want to watch Ladybugs? I got it on VHS," and it's like a TDK tape. It wasn't the real one.
Oh man, yeah, Ladybugs is awesome. I love Ladybugs, dude.
Yeah,
With Rodney
Rodney
Dangerfield,
Dangerfield. Yeah,
and then the kid. That kid came out in that, and then Sidekicks. Who didn't love Sidekicks?
Sidekicks. Yeah,
Yeah, and I never
I always
watched
thought
Sequest.
Sidekicks was hilarious when he's climbing up the rope and Chuck Norris is just like, "Come on, you can keep." Like he's clearly on something lifting him.
He just got that smile, you know.
Yeah,
You know, he's just chilling. Just come on. Now,
I was like,
just
he's not even trying.
yeah. I mean, that's Chuck Norris for you, man.
That's Chuck Norris.
Yeah. Hey, it's time to get into our next segment, brother. It's the most fun of the night. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
It's time to rip some packs, brother. So, tonight on the menu, what we have, Sonny, is we have some OG 1987 Ninja Turtle cards. We
I love
have
those.
some Terminator 2 not Ninja Turtle, Terminator 2 cards from Judgment Day. We have the X Files. So nice little deep pool there, little from the 90s. We have the cartoon, The Mask. Good. I mean, trading cards, and we've got these. These are really cool, dude. If you're into the '80s sci-fi stuff, these are Garbage Pail Kids Intergalactic. So much fun. I love these things a lot. And then got some Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and then we have Last Action Hero, one of the best movies on the planet. Fight me. Fight me.
Yeah, a lot of those I didn't know they make cards for them. Like
I've been doing,
I've seen the Garbage Pail Kids, but not Intergalactic.
dude. I got a whole box of all kinds of goody stuff over here, man. So stay tuned to my channel because I'm trying to do something different every week. So I do something
Okay.
fun. So you pick, Sonny. Hey, are you going to Chemical Toy Fair tomorrow?
I planned on it. However, I might have to go to Florida. So it's like
Oh, okay.
I planned it, but it may not happen after all because we're trying to get my kid a car, and it's cheaper if I fly to Florida and drive it back than to have them send it over.
Dang.
So yeah,
Okay.
so I might fly to Florida tomorrow.
Man, good luck with that
So
traffic. They drive nuts over there, dude. Oh my
I've heard. So yeah,
it's crazy in Miami especially. Well, I got to figure out a way. So you pick which pack do you want, man? You want Mighty Morphin
oh
Power Rangers,
man,
Garbage Pail, the Mask cartoon series, T2, Ninja Turtles, Vintage, Last Action Hero, or X Files?
oh I think I got to do the mask just so I could set it up with my mask figure.
All right. Good to see you, John. Thanks for coming in. Good night. Nice meeting you, Sonny, and hearing your story. I definitely need to watch it here. I say yes. Go
Yes.
tomorrow morning, first thing. Buy it on your digital iTunes, or go to Blockbuster. Go over to Blockbuster, and it's going to be in the sci-fi probably sci-fi comedy section over there. So
Yes.
make sure you check it out, man. So thanks for coming in, John. Good to see you, bud. So you're saying you want the mask?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're gonna rip it so you can see what you
Rip
got
it.
right here on the
Rip
live.
it.
Rip it and ship it is what I like to say. But I'm not gonna ship it because you live so dang close. I'm just gonna hand it to
Yeah.
you next time I see you. All right. So let's see what we got here. You know what? I'm gonna try to keep it nice and clean for you in case you want to keep the. These are made by Chromos, by the way, whoever that is. I don't know who Chromos
I'm
is.
familiar with that one.
Yep. I got a few of these over there. So let's see what's up in here. Little, I forgot what that's called. Caking. Okay, so they're just little bitty. Oh, you know what? These are
Are they
kind of.
stickers?
No. Well, I think there might be one sticker in here. So coming right out of the gate, we got from the cartoon series. This guy right here, he's just kind of hopping along on. I don't know what he's doing.
Can you put it inside? That's the question. Can you
Yeah.
put something inside it?
Here it looks like Two-Face. Is that Two-Face with a sword? Is that what I'm seeing here? I can't. It's hard to see with these 3D glasses. Hold on. Yeah, that sure does look like Two-Face. I don't know. What do you think about that? I don't know who
I
that
think
is.
that is Two-Face.
Yeah, that looks like. Oh, that's like an official. Like that's a thick. That's a real card right
Oh,
there,
that's
bud.
cool.
Yeah, that's a good collector's card. And then this guy, whoever that is. You know what? I felt like that was kind of a cheap rip. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only 4 cards in there. Pick another one, Sonny.
We'll go with let's go Power Rangers.
All right. So I'm talking about. Nobody's picked the Power Rangers on the shows yet so far.
Well,
Yeah,
I
dude.
do gotta say, I gotta go with Power Rangers because I met Justin Nimmo, who was the Silver Ranger. I was after I was watching Power Rangers, but he's actually being treated for cancer right now. He's putting his story out on Instagram right now. So
Oh, okay.
shout out to
Well,
Justin.
shout out, Justin. We wish you all the best and fast recovery.
Yes.
Bro. Look what you got here. Oh, that looks like, if I'm not mistaken, that is a POG attached to the card. It's like, I don't want to rip it off because I don't know if it's like caked on there or if it's part
Crazy.
of the card.
I brought my Pogs with me to give me that nostalgic feel.
Oh, okay. These are OG too. Check this out. So it's the command. I think I could take this off. I'm gonna leave it on there for you. I'll let you decide if you want to rip it. But it's the command center, and the Pog is a pterodactyl dinosaur. Oh, it's the Pink Ranger. It's the pterodactyl
Pink
dinosaur.
Rangers Zord.
Yeah, You got Miss Trini. Love it, dude. Check her out.
Yes.
Trini's awesome.
R.I.P. R.I.P.
Yeah,
to Trini.
I like Trini
When
a
I heard
lot.
about that, I was kind of devastated. I was like, "What?"
Yeah, I mean, I had grown out of the Power Rangers, and I didn't even hear about it until years later. And then, of
I was
course,
when I discovered IMDb is when I found out.
oh yeah, where they do the the birth dates on there.
Oh, the
Uh,
Pink Ranger.
everybody's first crush. I mean,
Now,
maybe
if you were to
yours.
ask me, is it? Yeah, if you were to ask me right now, is it soft? The answer would be no.
Oh, that's awesome, bro. This is a sick pack, man. You scored big time, man. Look at
Oh,
this
that's
OG
dope.
stuff. Yeah, these cards are very crisp. They're very crisp as well, man. They're good quality. Like the clarity on these things are sick. If you see these when you see these things in person, you got Alpha chilling with Billy, Zach, Kimberly, and Trini. Very good, man. You got one more in there, I think. Look, it's Power Rangers Day. It's a
Oh,
Power
that's
Rangers Day
cool.
event. That's different. I don't remember
Yeah,
what was
that is
happening.
very different.
I don't remember what was happening in that episode. I'm sure something was happening, and then we're back to the front. There you
That's
go,
cool.
man.
That's a cool little pack there.
Absolutely, dude. Yeah.
You know,
So,
I got to see Power Rangers live. They had a live show, Power Rangers live show,
oh,
stage
really?
show, and like my parents splurged because they were like, "Look, we can." They sent so my aunt was going, and she was like, "Well, I got these tickets," and they were like, "All right, well, if we send just the kids, me and my sister, then we can get them those same tickets. We're at the front." And so I'm like, "Yes, we're at the front of Power Rangers live." You know what they deal with a lot? Pyrotechnics. So
Oh,
it's
nice.
like, I mean, this is the 90's. So it's like you just have flames and sparks shooting like maybe a foot or two from your face, and you're like, oh, like,
Oh
so
yeah,
it
that's
was a bit
hilarious.
scary but fun still. Scary
I
but fun.
bet,
That's what I
dude.
like about it.
Oh, that's cool, man. Were they local? They came here locally.
Yeah, they were at the Irwin Center. Of
Sweet.
course, they never removed their masks, so you know that they weren't. It wasn't the actual actors, but
Right.
it was still pretty
For
cool.
for sure, man. Hey, I brought some pogs too, dude. I want to see
Oh,
yours.
nice.
Let's share. We can
Dude,
play.
I was literally looking for those pogs. I have those Power Ranger pogs somewhere in here.
So I got a little Billy action. A little bit. We all know who that is. Who's that?
Scar, there we go, Scar. So you got some Billy action? I have this Billy action.
Look at that. Double Dragon. What?
Double Dragon. Yeah. Oh, don't worry
Dude.
though. We got Jimmy as well. So,
Wow. I love it, dude. So good.
let me see. Where's these I'll probably have to give to my kid because he just newly found and fell in love with Looney Tunes.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Look at
So I
this one,
may have
man.
to give him those.
Look at this.
Oh, it's funny that you you have that one because I saw one here. I'm like, why do I have this? Hold on, where is it at? I got go through all my Looney Tunes ones. Okay, it's not there. I just saw.
Some of those just those random robots.
Yeah, I have a bunch of just random stuff too. Oh, I guess okay. So these Looney Tunes ones right here
Oh yeah.
were from KFC.
Awesome. Wow. KFC, man. Everybody was on the Pogs back then,
KFC.
man.
I mean, they had Elmer Fudd. I have like maybe 20 of these Looney Tunes ones.
Looney Tunes are awesome, man. Looney Tunes are still to
Yeah,
this day. I've got
my
some
kid
sports
watches
packs.
them. Was that?
What you? I was gonna say I've got these card packs from the baseball Looney Tunes. You remember those back in the day?
Oh yeah.
So I've got some of those, man. I'll throw in a pack in that for you in your pack, man. Next time I see you.
Oh, that's
Um,
dope. Yeah.
yeah, it was the ones where they mixed and matched with. I did on my live stream last week. Opened up a pack. They got little bitty, um, uh, what is it called? Where they not exclamation points, but where they do the little word bubbles, and
Oh yeah.
they're sitting there next to a baseball player and they're talking like Taz is going or something like that.
Yeah.
And then I'll end on my last one for the night because I don't have a ton of pogs, but I like to show them. I got the The incredible Robin Williams voice actor with the genie from Aladdin.
So my dad actually bought me a Pog maker,
What does that
and
say?
then I went. It says Pog maker, milk cap maker, because Pog was
Oh yeah.
copyrighted.
Oh, okay.
But apparently, I went through random comic books and cut out some Marvel superheroes. I'm just
Love it.
hoping
You
that
got-
these didn't. Got Spider-Man 2099. I got the Hulk right there. I'm just hoping they weren't comics that are worth a lot of money right now. That's just completely tore apart.
Yeah, that would suck.
Wolverine.
But
Yeah.
you know what? Comic books are not what they. They're
Yeah.
gonna be super rare, right? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta open up one pack. I want to show you these, man. Let's see who we got in this Garbage Pail Kids. Intergalactic. I want to see who we got here.
Intergalactic.
Yeah, dude, you're gonna love these. Look at this, right out of the gate. Right out of the gate, we've got Smellin' Ellen. Smellin' Ellen. So that's Ellen Ripley. That's Alien from the movie Aliens.
Oh yeah.
That's the take on that. We've got Oozing Otto. I don't know where that's from. Otto. I don't know that reference. I don't know that reference. Oh, here you go. Triumphant Taylor. Is that Planet of the Apes? Maybe.
Yeah, it
Looks
looks like it.
Could be. If anybody knows that one, let me know. Leave it in the comments. Oh, here you go. Replicant.
Replicate.
Yeah, Replicant. This
Oh,
one's
replicant.
Yeah, from Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yes, this was the one.
Bill and Ted.
This is the hit I have been looking for. Oh my gosh, because I've been letting my kids open up a few packs here and there. I'm going, oh please don't get the Triumphant Ted. Please don't. That's the one I've been waiting for. Yes. Yes.
Nice.
This is the score of the night, guys. This is the score. We've got Demolish Danny. Look, it's Demolition Man.
Oh, Demolition Man. Yeah.
Check him out. Oh, I love it, dude.
A call back to the Taco Bell Pog you had. Taco Bell was the featured restaurant in there.
They were, weren't they? I completely forgot
Yeah.
about that. Look at this. Archie Tech. What is that from, bro? What is that? There's aliens in. Is that
The
maybe?
Sphinx.
I don't know. I mean, the only thing I can think of is Stargate. I don't know, man. I don't get that one. Oh, here you go. 2001: A Space Ollie. I'm afraid I can't let you do that, Dave. Yeah. And then we're back to the front with Smellin' Ellen. Great pack, man.
Smellin' Ellen.
Awesome. Love it, dude. Freaking love it, dude.
That's cool.
Glad we got that, dude. Oh, any more pogs you want to show?
Oh, no, I put them back up. Right? I was like, they were all everywhere. I was like, oh man.
All right, man.
Look, I did want to show this.
Let me full screen.
I don't know if you-
What is that?
It's a little game from back in the day, Tommytronic 3D. Put it on your face and your little spaceship, and you move side to side and blast things.
That's amazing.
This is I don't know when it was made, but this was my Game Boy until I got an actual Game Boy.
Mm-hmm. It kind of reminds me
So,
of like the Virtual Boy.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. I never. I think I stuck it in. There was like a dip. There was a demo. There was a demo somewhere at like some kind of Toys R Us or KB Toy Store for the Virtual Boy, and that was the only time I ever got to like try out a Game Boy, and it was like the tennis game, I think. And I couldn't figure it
Mario
out.
Tennis or Wario
Yeah.
Tennis, I think it was. I played with it at Sears. They used to have the games on display, and Sears had one. And so I was like, Mom, I need this. And she was like, you're gonna go cross-eyed. And I was like, probably. I don't know. But I never got one.
Yeah, I heard it gave a lot of people headaches and stuff like that from playing the game.
Yeah.
Well, Sonny, it's that time of the night. Are you ready for... Tonight's topic is favorite 90s comedies, guys. Oh, I'm excited for this. We'll get through these pretty quick for you guys. I know you guys are probably asleep snoozing over there for this late night real life perspective show. Even my brother Chadillac, he's like, Sunny, good people, good to see you, man. You met Chad at the
I did.
sidewalk sale. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's saying,
Thanks for dropping in, Chad.
yeah, man. I'll see you tomorrow, Chad. I got your pack with your cards over here ready to go. And to bring those to you. But yeah, man, favorite 90s comedy. So obviously, I decided to be Tommy Boy, and because that Chris Farley face is just epic. And then the legendary, Robin Williams in the 90s classic comedy, Mrs. Doubtfire, a great movie. And then I decided to make you Lumberg.
Yeah.
I hope that's okay. Yeah.
It's funny because I'm a supervisor at work, and so a lot of times I did. Yeah, I'm gonna need those TPS reports. So it's perfect fit.
I think the first thing I ever saw that actor in before Office Space was he was Mike Brady, right?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, he was. Yeah.
And then to see him play that role, and then I think I didn't see him in like the first grown-up role until I saw Pineapple Express. Remember Pineapple Express?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Seth Rogen and James
James Franco.
Yeah,
that's where I fell in love with Danny McBride and Craig Robinson. I was like, to me, they stole the show.
Yeah, they did. Craig Robinson, I always go back to The Office.
So I started watching The Office because of Pineapple Express.
Okay.
I went back and I was like, I gotta start watching this show since when I heard he was on it.
You got a favorite? You got a favorite? Did you like The Office?
I did. I actually liked it quite a bit. I did not like when Steve Carell left.
Yeah, after he left.
I was like,
right.
These episodes are weird, but
yeah, I mean, it was okay when James Spader came on board, but then after that,
Yeah.
it just kind of got really, I don't know. I dropped out, but whatever.
yeah.
But yeah, what a great show, dude! What a great show. I got a buddy. I don't know if he's out there listening. He actually knows you. He was big into the, I don't know, like hip hop Austin scene. Like he did a lot of like helping with producing and stuff. He said he knows you. I was hoping he'd pop in here tonight. He said, yeah, I know that guy because I told him you were coming on the show like a month ago.
Oh, good.
And he's like, yeah, I know that guy. We've definitely crossed paths back in the day in the 90s or the early 2000s in the Austin scene area. Kind of thing. So I'm sure I'll hopefully I'll get to let you guys reconnect one of these days. I was hoping he'd be able to pop in here and Funko Dude 512, if you're out there lurking, say hello. Say hello. I know he was having a late night at work. So, but let's get to our number 3. Hey, tell us about Bean, man, because I think I started this movie, but I never finished it when it first came out.
So if you didn't have cable back in the day, you had PBS. PBS was one of the channels that you watched, whether it was for Reading Rainbow or what was the other one? 321 Contact, Wishbone. I randomly would see Mr. Bean on there. I thought it was hilarious. It's funny because I saw a meme the other day that was like, Mr. Bean only had like a handful of episodes, and people were like, I thought it ran for like 8 seasons. Like, how do I see so many episodes? But there's so few episodes of Mr. Bean. But I thought it was hilarious because it was something that we didn't have in American TV. The fact that he never talked and was still able to make me laugh about everything. So when a movie came out for Bean, I was like, I gotta watch this movie, and I liked it. I liked it a lot. And I thought Rowan Atkinson, I thought he was hilarious in it. When he showed up in, I think it was Hot Shots Part 2, I think that was the first time I'd ever actually heard him talk. And I was like, oh man. I was like, Mr. Bean. And
what was he what, you dropping stuff?
I was trying to put my other earbud in because this earbud's dying. So
okay. Hey,
But
so what did he do in Hot Shot Part 2? I don't remember. What
he
was he?
was the guy that they are trying to save. He's like the boyfriend to the girl that Charlie Sheen ends up with, and like at the very end of the movie, he's like gonna take a picture of them, and he's still tied up by his feet. He's like, "Oh, wait right there, wait right there." He's like hopping backwards the whole time, and then falls off a cliff or
Oh,
something like
okay.
that.
It's coming back to me. That's
Yeah, so
hilarious.
I was like, "Whoa, Mr. Bean talks!" Like I was tripping out.
Nice.
Uh, but yeah, I've liked him, and then he was in Rat Race as well,
Oh, great movie.
which I thought was I was like, how did that movie not become like one of the greatest movies of all time? Like I don't know a lot of people that've seen that movie, but
You know what
I
I
thought it was
think it
hilarious.
is? I think there was just it was like every comedic director in every show from those eras of all those actors. I really think there
Yeah,
was just so many people involved, and you had so many different comedians and different styles just thrown into one big movie. You know, you had everything from the '90s kids, like the dude from he was in Clueless, and he was, and then he was in Road Trip. The two brothers, the guy who had the another tongue, he
the
got Tom Paris.
was it Beckinson
I can't think of his name.
Brackenmeyer.
Okay,
And then the brother was played by Vince Valoof, who I actually met, and he became a fan of my stand up comedy. So he lived here in Austin for a bit. He was a real cool
really?
dude too. Yeah, he
Yeah,
was a real cool
yeah.
dude. He
I,
bartended at a bar downtown, and I happened to do a show there. And then like he loved my comedy, and then I would go do shows there, and he'd be like, "Sonny, what's up?" And I'd be like, "Hey," but I never wanted to talk to him about movies because they said that he didn't really like that. So I was like, "Oh man,
oh, okay.
like, I just got to know him as the person instead."
How fun is
Yeah,
that? Hey, what do you
exactly.
like to do? Well, I like to brush my teeth in the morning and then
I
have
was
some
like,
cup of
you
coffee.
do you still skateboard, or was that just for the film? Because he was in that movie Grind. So, but
Is that where I saw that dude from? Grind.
probably,
Yeah, that
yeah,
makes sense. Yeah. I was wondering where else I knew that dude from. He's got such a kind, familiar face. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah,
Yeah, approachable kind of vibe to him, no doubt,
yeah,
man. But yeah, I think maybe Rat Race is a fantastic movie. So many different actors, like the all star cast. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Of the all star cast of the '90s is what I would
yeah.
call
Because
that.
like to me, seeing Whoopi Goldberg in her role as like just a sweet, caring mother, I was like, it just felt so different from the other roles that I'd ever seen her in. I was like, she's not trying to play like this tough as nails character. So I was
Right.
like, it's a good movie, but and then of course Rowan Atkinson when he was in it with his narcolepsy and all that. I mean,
Oh, that was
it was
great.
just yeah. And it wasn't quite Mr. Bean, but it still had enough of that Mr. Bean
Yep.
flavor to it that it had some bean flavor to it. So
Yeah, for sure. He's
yeah,
always gonna be Bean. He's always gonna be, and he's
yeah,
like, what did he say? He said, "You just told me we are hauling
yeah.
ass."
I guess. Yeah, with Wayne Knight. Yeah,
Yeah, well, wait, not. Yeah.
yeah.
That was great, man. Yeah, you're right, man. But I guess I need to go back and watch this because back in the day, we watched Mr. Bean's Holiday. Me and my wife watched it a long
Oh
time
yeah, that's a
ago.
good one too. Yeah,
Yeah, that was a fun one. But you heard this guy talk long before you even knew he was a talker. Did you know that? What
I
was
did
the
not know
animated
that.
What was the animated movie that you watched that he was in growing up as a child? As soon as I
And
say
now
it,
you
you're
got
like,
me
"Oh yeah,
thinking.
duh." Yeah, he was in Lion King, bro.
Oh right, he was Zazu, right?
He was Zazu. But we
That's
never
right.
knew.
Yeah,
We never knew.
yeah.
The only two people I ever knew was in that movie as a child was James Earl Jones because I knew the voice of Darth Vader, and then Jonathan Taylor
Jonathan
Thomas.
Taylor Thomas, but I also knew Whoopi Goldberg was in there too.
Oh yeah, and
Cutting back to Whoopi
She's
Goldberg.
married too. Yeah,
Oh,
Anakin
that's
Cheeseman.
right. Yeah. That's right. He was there too. Yeah. But yeah, I
Mufasa.
didn't. Yeah, I totally forgot. Yeah, that's a good movie
uh,
too.
yeah, Rowan Atkinson's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think. You know what's a fun role for him? Did you ever see? And a lot of people are gonna hate me for this, but did you ever see the Scooby Doo movie?
The one with
It's got Freddie Prinze Jr.,
Freddie
Matthew
Prinze Jr. Yeah.
Lillard.
Yeah, I can't remember. I feel like I've seen it, but I can't really remember a whole
Oh,
lot of it.
dude, go back and watch it. You are in store for a treat, dude. It
Well,
is it's fantastic.
like my kid was watching Wonka the other day, and Rowan Atkinson popped up, and I was like, oh,
Oh,
and I was
that's
like,
right.
dang, that's what's
That's
up.
right.
Yeah,
He was in that. That was a good movie. I enjoyed Wonka. I thought that was really well
I
done.
I finally finished seeing it with him, and I was like, yeah, that's a pretty good movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, I liked
it
it.
was pretty funny. Pretty funny. The Michael Key, fat joke got old after
Yeah,
a while, but
yeah.
other than that, I love the
Uh,
the storyline of it. And then Hugh
Hugh
Grant's,
Grant. Yeah,
yeah, he killed it, didn't he?
yeah. He's
So,
he's a gem. And the stuff that I've seen him in recently, he's a gem.
mhm. Yeah, you want a great rom com for you and the missus? I've got the best movie. It's called Music and Lyrics. Did you ever see that one?
I've never seen that one. No.
It's got Hugh Grant and Drew Barrymore. Hugh
Oh,
Grant,
okay. She's a
yeah,
yeah. My wife's a Drew Barrymore fan.
y'all will love it. You will not regret. If you're an '80s kid, you will not regret it because you remember remember Wham with George Michael.
Yeah,
Wake me up before you go go. That band.
yeah.
Well, there was like two singers apparently in Wham, right? And then this is like a playoff of that band. This is where
Oh, okay.
Hugh there was the main guy, which is George Michael, who broke off and did his own thing, right? And then there was the other guy. Well, whatever happened to the other guy? It's Hugh Grant. Hugh Grant was so you had the Hugh Grant was the person who wrote all the music and wrote all the melodies and stuff like that, but he was terrible at lyrics. He could never write lyrics, but he had these beautiful melodies and stuff like that. Well, Drew Barrymore comes along as a watering. She waters his plants for him, and winds up getting caught up in the mix of helping them write a song like lyrics. And it's just dude, it's fantastic. You need to watch it.
Okay.
Music and
I,
lyrics.
I've I've heard of it. I never knew that that's what it was about. So I'm gonna check it out.
It's hilarious. Put it on your list, man. It's got a really fun cast in it too, dude. It's really fun. But good. I digress. Good pick with your bean, man. Number three. Number three. My number three was Tommy Boy. Oh, I grew up and this was my highlight of comedic, of fun. Just like I love the facial expressions. Obviously, Bean was Rowan Atkinson killed it with because he was able to make you laugh without even saying
Yeah.
anything. Chris Farley was just so over the top and just his stupid face. Look at this man. He's just like, I mean, just the little things like that go a long way to me. And then I think this was my favorite line in the movie is when they're at the very end, and I still say this, and nobody will ever get this reference whenever I do it because nobody knows. You're never gonna find anybody just like you, Sonny. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Nobody will ever know like you the way you know you. So I'll sit there and somebody will say something and they're trying to figure something out, and like, well, maybe it's this and this and this, and I'll go, chicken wings. and like and I'll go in that deep thought like chicken wings because at the very end where they're like, oh, you because he's remember where he's trying to sell what's his name, Dan Aykroyd.
Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's trying to sell him on the parts, and then somebody says something to him, and he goes, chicken wings, because he has that epiphany moment,
Yeah.
That's my favorite line of the movie. So
Dude,
Tom,
so
yeah,
my favorite line of the movie, and me and my cousin used to do it to each other all the time, is if we were in the car first and the other one was getting in, as soon as they open the door, be like, "What'd you do?" When he messes up the car door,
yep,
and he blames David Spade for it.
yep, classic.
Oh man, love that part.
Yeah, Tommy Boy and Black Sheep are probably the two biggest Chris Farley movies in my opinion.
I feel like Black Sheep didn't get the love that it deserved.
For sure, absolutely. I met him.
Yeah.
I met his brother a couple years ago at the Comic Con local here, Tim Matheson, who played
Oh,
his
okay.
brother. He was the brother running for governor in the
Yeah.
movie.
Okay.
Nice dude. Nice dude. Super down to earth. I asked him. So when I meet celebrities, I don't really know what to ask them. So the first thing I always say is, What'd you have for breakfast? And just to throw them off. And it's funny because the majority of them are all staying at hotels and they're all eating continental breakfast. You know,
Yeah.
so they always say, bacon and eggs and some fruit and a muffin and but Tim Matheson was cool enough to tell me, well, I had an egg McMuffin this morning because I went down to the continental breakfast and I said, you know what, I'd rather go to McDonald's and eat this crap. You know, he told me that, like, super cool dude, man. So
Yeah, that's
yeah,
cool.
but yeah, Black Sheep is great. You never move your back row. It's kind of easy when you. That's my number 3, Tommy Boy, man. Tommy Boy rocks. A lot of people go to college for 7 years. How about this? Let's play a game. How many lines can you quote from this movie? Let's start thinking about it.
Ah,
Yeah, they're
let's
called
see.
doctors.
Yeah, of course, there's fat guy in a little coat.
Yep. You know what the weight room is?
Yeah.
I'll check it out. Check it out. Hey, that's a
Just
pretty girl down there. I wonder if she goes
yeah.
out with one of the Yankees. or or maybe you're watching a movie with one of that funny comedian Buddy Wackett.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
dude, his body language in that thing when he's just like his like deliveries are
dude, and
so
him and
dang
David
funny.
Spade were the perfect pair, like the
Yeah.
perfect pair.
Yeah, so I'm going on Vintage Sports Flips show next Wednesday, and the topic is our favorite sidekicks.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah, so David Spade is definitely going to be, in my
Yeah,
list for sure. I think it's going to be okay. They have a thin candy shell. I think your brain is a thick. I think your brain is a thick candy
yeah.
shell. Shut up, Richard. No, that's what he says. He says that's when he mumbles. He's like, your brain is thick candy. Are you talking? Shut up, Richard. Oh, that's a great movie, dude. Great movie.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. Number 2, you picked Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. Tell us about it.
Yes. Grew up watching In Living Color. Jim Carrey at the time was James Carrey as he was credited.
Oh, okay.
Just his facial expressions, his Fire Marshal Bill character, Veer DeMilo, just I thought he was such a great character actor. And the fact that he held his own with a cast full of black people is like, wow, it was cool to see that. And when Ace Ventura came out, just the insanity that was his hairstyle, just just him, like the way he sold that character to you. He could pretend to be serious as Ace, and then of course he was always, wacky as Ace and stuff like that. And uh, it was funny because like my parents took me to go see it. It took me and my sister to go see it, and it's like it was PG-13, but it's pushed the limits of PG-13.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
It sure did.
so
Yeah.
it's like he found Captain Winky, and he turns him around, and we're like, okay,
Yeah, it's all the bulls. You're like, what is going
yeah,
on there?
yeah, like
I
oh, all right. But yeah, I mean, Ace Ventura just it was hilarious. I watched the cartoon of it as well.
Yeah, the cartoon
Um,
was fun. I remember watching that.
which I was like, how they got away with putting Pet Dick on his license plate in the cartoon? I was like,
Did they really? I
that
don't
was a,
remember
that
that.
was like that was a bold move, and they got away with it.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's awesome. I love it. I love it, man. The stuff that you can get away with. Hey, speaking of stuff you can get away with, go back and watch the Orange Years documentary about Nickelodeon. You will love it, dude. It is such a great
Orange Years?
celebration. Yeah, the Orange
Okay,
Years. The Orange. I think it's on Tubi right now. That's the
okay,
last
okay.
place I saw it. Yeah, Tubi's great, man. I freaking love Tubi. It's got so many, such good stuff on there. If you don't, I mean, you got to watch ads anyway with most of the stuff nowadays, anyway. So,
Yeah, I
uh,
know everything's popping up like that.
yeah. But yeah, stuff you can get away with. I never knew that about the. So I gotta say, out of the two, I think When Nature Calls is my favorite out of the two because I think Steve Odenkirk actually
Yeah,
directed part two, and there's just I don't know if it's the cameras or the different the cinematographer that they chose. I think number one was I get. You know what? Here's how I would put it. I put it Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 2, right? Like because Ghostbusters 1 was very adult driven. You know, it
Yeah.
had a lot of adult humor in it, and then Ghostbusters 2 was 100% tried to go campy family with
Yeah,
it.
for the
I
kids.
would put I would put these two with that as well. You know, because Ace Ventura was pretty like you said they pushed the limits on that PG-13. But then Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls, you can watch it with your family. You know what I mean? You can watch that with anybody because there wasn't
Especially the rhino scene. You're
the right. Yes, dude. Well, you know what?
right.
Now that you mention that, now that I'm thinking about it, there was that, and then the scene where he- where he's where he's taking care of himself in the tent in the village because he was hanging out with the virgin, you know. Yeah, and he's just like, oh, and he's like, oh, and then, like I guess that actually pushed it pretty. Because as a kid, I didn't know what was going on. I mean, you saw the shadow on the wall, and you should
Yeah.
have. I should have been in the little sound effects if you listen closely. Yeah, dude. Now that I think about it, I guess they're both pretty, but that was probably the worst. That scene was probably the
Yeah.
same as Captain Winky scene. You know, it's probably that's how.
Right on par with Captain Winky.
Yeah, we got to pay some homage to it. Let's throw this in there. Yeah,
Yeah.
but good man, good
Now
choice, dude.
I was like, I did always quote Ace Ventura Part Two. Whenever someone had something on the shoe, I'd be like, "You got some guano on your shoe." So I would always quote that part from Ace Ventura Part Two. So,
Quano
and then
points.
the whole Monopoly Man bit.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
that dude looked exactly like them. I mean, growing up, playing Monopoly at the house, you're just like, oh, that dude looks exactly like the
Not,
Monopoly
oh
guy.
snap! Is that him for real? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We thought the same thing. I thought the exact same thing, man. That's hilarious. Yeah, When Nature Calls is fantastic. Where he's somebody flat tire, flat tire, and then he does the slinky on that huge, at the very beginning, and so many good things, man. So those of you who've not seen When Nature Calls, get out there today and check it out. Let's see who's up
Yeah.
next. Oh, here you go. Wayne's World.
Swing.
So many. I mean, what can you say about Wayne's World? You will never, ever, ever, ever in your entire world of living on this earth hear the song Bohemian Rhapsody and not think of this movie. You know, there's something magical about this movie. There's a great cast in it, villains in it. Spoiler alert: Garth is going to be on my list too for a sidekick as well because Garth is Dana Carvey. I love Dana Carvey.
Yeah.
You like Dana Carvey?
I do. I actually am even a fan of God, what is that? Where he plays the mysterious guy. God, what is it? He like the master of
Matt,
disguise.
yeah. Turtle,
Yeah.
turtle.
Turtle, turtle. Yeah. Like I saw that movie, I was like, this is stupid, but I can't stop watching it.
Me too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, but yeah, Dana Carvey's good. It's funny because Bohemian Rhapsody, I had to sing that for an audition one time. And
Really?
I just kept looking at the clips for Wayne's World to get the lyrics down. That's what I
That's
used.
awesome. That's awesome. Hey, I didn't know you sing. You sing?
No, I don't sing. It was a commercial audition. They wanted us to sing Bohemian Rhapsody. Like I don't even know what the commercial was for. My agent was just like, "Hey, they want you to do this commercial audition. You got to know how to sing Bohemian Rhapsody, like little small part. You know the was it the
I see a
uh
little
little
silhouette of a
silhouette
man.
of a man.
Pretty.
Yeah, that part right there.
That's pretty. You know what? That's the exact same part where they pop in the cassette. That's
That's why I
that.
was like, I just watched Wayne's World to watch that,
Nice.
like that
Nice.
clip.
That's a great movie. So this actor in the back, both of these guys went on to do other stuff. Do you recognize this guy? Terry, I think was his name in the movie. He went on to play. If you ever watched Oz HBO series, he was Beecher in that
Oh,
show.
okay.
He was in oh, what was something else he was in? I mean, if my brother was here, he'd be able to tell me. But we all know this guy. Who is this guy? Come on, come on,
I think who that.
come on. So he was okay. I'll give you one of his lines from another movie. Shush.
Man, I don't know. I don't know.
He was in Encino Man. He was the bully from Encino Man.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Man, I
and
didn't
then
know. Okay, I didn't know.
yeah, he was the bully. He was the boyfriend, and then he tried to out Sean Astin. That's another great movie,
Yeah,
Encino Man. So
that
good.
is a good movie. Yeah.
But yeah, Wayne's
Brendan
World's.
Fraser. Brendan Fraser had some hits out there.
It's because of the movie Airheads with Brendan Fraser that I purchased a PRS guitar. Because in that movie, when they take the radio station hostage and they're like, "Oh, we gotta give some demands." Well, I want me a PRS guitar with a dragon inlay, whatever. And I'm like, "Oh, what is a PRS guitar?" And then he plays it at the end for like 30 seconds, and then he smashes it. And I'm like, "What? That is the sickest guitar I've ever seen." And that was right around the time when Santana came out with the hit with Rob Thomas, "Smooth." You know,
Oh, okay,
uh,
yeah,
and that's the guitar he's playing. Santana's playing in the music video as well. So PRS guitar. So I have me this beautiful blue. I'm gonna see if Skeletor. I don't know if you watch my channel, but Skeletor comes by every once in a while, and he'll do some jams on
oh,
my
okay.
channel. I'll see if he can borrow the PRS or for my next round of Skeletor jams. And so you
That's
guys
fun.
can
That's
see it.
why I have a picture of B. Arthur.
Oh yeah.
There it is.
Oh, that's great, dude. Yeah, I love that movie, dude. I watched Airhead so many times I couldn't tell you. I mean, so many times.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was a good movie.
it was great. Yeah, Joe Montalengo, is that his name? Joe
Joe
Montalengo.
Mantegna.
Yeah,
Joe
that dude.
Mantegna.
Yeah, that dude. That
Or
dude.
as the it was the Chris Farley made fun of Joe Man. It was Joe Mantegna when they do the Bears, like they were talking
Oh,
about Joe Montana. I don't know if it was Chris Farley that says it, but one of them says it Joe Mantegna instead.
oh, instead of Joe Montana.
Yeah.
I got I got a Polish sausage stuck in my chest. Stuck in my when he's doing the whole. Oh, Chris Farley's
Yeah.
awesome, man.
So,
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Oh, going on to your number one, dude. We've got
yes.
Friday. You can't go wrong with this movie. Tell everybody about Friday.
So my parents took us to go see that probably about 2 or 3 times when it was at the Dollar Movie when we
No
were
way.
kids.
You had the coolest
Yeah.
parents. You had
My
the cool.
parents were so bizarre. They wouldn't let me watch Beavis and Butthead, but they took us to see Friday a few times. My dad made me sit down and watch Scarface. Like it's so bizarre. Uh,
It's
but
how you
yeah, so we
become a
went and
man,
saw.
son.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, look. He's like, you're gonna. He basically he sat me there. He's like, look, you're gonna hear some words, just don't repeat them. He's like,
Yeah,
here's Scarface.
there you go. I mean, that's
But
how it
yeah,
was.
like we saw Friday, and I mean it was cool to see a movie about people who live like a ghetto life. Like there was the gang, the drive-bys and stuff like that, and drugs everywhere. Because I grew up in East Austin where there were gangs and drugs everywhere, so it was nice to see it on the screen and be like, oh, it's not a serious movie like Boys in the Hood. It's a comedy.
Right.
Like, so it was cool to see that. Of course, Chris Tucker was hilarious in it. Ice Cube was good in it. Faison Love uh, was a Tiny Lister. Just the whole cast rounded it out. John Witherspoon and even Bernie Mac as the preacher.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know. You could not like back in that day. You could not say the word 20 without someone going a 20 twin
Yeah.
twin. The way he sings it, it's just like
That's for
it was
sure,
just
man.
it just hit so hard. And then it's funny because it came out on TBS one time, and that was my mom's favorite way to watch it because she didn't like all the cussing in the movie, but
Right.
she loved watching it on TBS. And they would replace the curse words with other words, and so it just sounded hilarious. And you're like, this is funnier than the movie because I know what they're supposed to say, and they're not saying it.
Yeah, and sometimes they make it. It was the same thing with Ferris Bueller on TBS. Me and my dad still laugh to this day because when they call the principal Edward Rooney, and he's trying to call him out, Edward Rooney's trying to catch him, right? And he's just like, "Well,
Yeah.
you produce a corpse, and I'll dig up your daughter," because they're like, "Well, we had a death in the family, we got to pull our daughter out," and then he thinks it's Ferris Bueller, and then finally he starts apologizing when he realizes that Ferris Bueller's on the other line, right? And then Cameron on the TBS version, instead of saying a hole, he's like, "Pardon my French, but you're an a hole." Instead of saying it, the TBS says, "Pardon my French, but you're an idiot." And then like, changed his voice.
The voices always throw me on. Like it's not even close to what they sound
Right.
like.
Yeah, it's so great, dude. TBS is fantastic, dude. Yeah, no doubt. But yeah, Friday is awesome, man. Friday was such a great. That was my first introduction because I'm just a lonely gringo from the country, dude. So I mean, we had quite a bit of diversity in my town for as small as it was, but I remember watching this going, this is a really good movie. I
Yeah.
mean, this is just really well put together. Yeah, I mean, but they put it in a way that wasn't like if you weren't familiar with this kind of culture and this lifestyle, that you because it's a comedy, right?
Yeah.
It's mostly a comedy, but they filmed it and wrote it in a way that was an introductory way for somebody like me from the town of suburbia, to be introduced to this kind of world. You know what I mean? So I love Friday.
Yeah.
Friday is great.
It's like I liked it too because it's like you grow because I grew up in East Austin back when it was still poor, and you're like, okay, we don't do everything legally or the right way, but that doesn't make us bad people. And they kind of put Smokey and Craig that way because you're like, okay, they're up here, not they're still living that lifestyle stuff like that, but they're not bad people. And so it was nice to see that. Like, okay, all right, cool. Like I can relate a
Hey,
little bit better to these guys.
that's right. They're not angels, but they're just trying to live, man. They're just living.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt, man. Good pick, man. Good pick. Cool. Okay, my number one, classic Dumb and Dumber, another Jim Carrey flick. I
I was
can't tell you. Go ahead.
I was gonna do the most annoying sound in the world, but I was like, it's gonna be right in somebody's ear hole. Like I'm not doing it.
Yeah, and we all heard the story on that was completely improvised by Jim. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I could probably quote this movie from. Oh, here's a game. Here's a game for you. Can you give me the very first line in this movie? Think about it for a second.
Very first line.
I've seen this movie so many times. I could probably quote not anymore. I used to be able to like quote it almost word for word. But
Yeah, what's the very first line? I'm like,
are you ready?
Go for it.
All right. Excuse me. Do you know where the hospital is? I'm doing a lecture in about 20 minutes, and my driver's a bit lost.
That's right. He jumps in the back seat. That's right. Yeah.
And what's funny about it is that you see, if you pay close attention to that, the limo screeches and then it backs up right next to the chick. And then if you watch, you see the limo shake.
Yeah,
like
it shakes. Yeah.
Like he's moving to the back. Yeah. And he goes, that's the first time you saw that close up with that stupid haircut. Because she says, you go straight ahead and you make a left over the bridge. And that's where they do that close up where he does that smile. That's
Yeah.
That classic, iconic smile. And I heard that he chipped his tooth in When Nature Calls. That's the rumor.
Oh, okay.
So there's a scene in Nature Calls where he's flipping an end over end on the car and it's rolling. He's just like, and he parks it or whatever, like at the towards the end of the movie, and it rolls, flips. And then there's a scene where he just right at the end of the roll, he like and somebody said that right there at some point that's where he hit it on something because he was trying to pretend that the car was crashing over, right? Because it was flipping
Oh,
end
yeah.
over end or whatever, and because that's where that apparently that was a real gap. I don't that could just be fan fiction, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if that was a real gap or not. Do you know if that was a real gap?
I don't think that was a real gap.
You don't think so?
I
Okay.
mean, no, because I mean, we saw enough of his teeth as Fire Marshal Bill. You know, he curled his lip in, and he
Right.
didn't have that gap. So
Well, I mean, but the movies were after, In Living Color,
yeah,
right?
well, yeah,
Yes.
yes,
So that's the only thing I can think. I mean, that was the rumor going around middle school. Was that? Well, you know, I
yeah.
heard that he chipped his tooth, and then
Good,
But
good
Dumb
old
and
middle school rumors.
that's so much good stuff. That was the first time I got jacked for my pogs in middle school. I'll never forget. My parents would collect the Folgers cans back when they were 10. You remember?
Yeah,
And then you had one can that you would put all your change in, like your dimes and nickels and stuff like that, and pennies. And then my parents had like this huge coffee can full of Folgers, full of like leftover screws and all kinds of
that's usually what I saw, man.
washers and
Yeah,
stuff like that, like all the extra stuff like that. But yeah, uh, Dumb and Dumber is my number one, man. So there you go. How about that?
that's a good one. I love quoting Samsonite. I was way off. I love every
See,
time.
and that is exactly why I started this channel, man, because I can't tell you, out of all the years I've worked on this planet, I've never been able to work with people that get my movie references. I mean, I don't know if you're in the same boat as me, but I've been working forever, and I'm always like quoting stuff, and they just look at me like I'm a weirdo. Like, what are you talking about? Like, can you just go away now? Look, go back to doing what you were doing, And I just that's why I created this channel, because I want somebody to say, it's an X-Acto knife. Oh yeah, that's what it's called. But you know what? I knew it started with an S though. I mean, little things like that go a long way if somebody can catch those little references. Like today at work, we had these big wigs show up. They've been planning for it all week long, right? And I try to help my boss out by breaking the tension. So I walk by, he's all dressed up in his suit and tie and everything, and I could tell he just was sweating it out, sweating bullets, getting kind of nervous about it.
Yeah.
And so I just kind of like peek my head around the corner, and I go, I just want to tell you both good luck. We're all counting on you. And he just broke and just like smiled, and because he got the reference. And do you know the reference?
That one is from.
You mentioned Hot Shots Part 2. It was the same writers as that. I'll tell you that. I'll give you that much. They did the Naked Gun movies.
Yeah, was it Loaded Weapon?
Nope.
No, okay.
No. It's a lot older, 70s, late 70s,
Oh,
maybe
okay,
early
okay.
80s. Maybe it was early 80s. Classic. Don't Call Me Shirley.
Airplane.
Yeah, it was Airplane.
Yeah, okay. I was like, which one was it? Yeah.
Yeah, because Leslie Nielsen keeps peeking his head in throughout the whole climax of the movie where he's trying to land the plane. I just want to tell you both good luck.
That's another one that I need to go back and watch. I haven't seen that since I was a kid. My mom showed me that one way back in the day.
I don't know how old your kids are, but be careful.
Oh, I showed my son, my oldest son. He was probably like 11. I was like, check out Clash of the Titans, man. I used to love this movie. And I'm like, where is this topless woman just walking down? She's just on a horse topless. I'm like, this
yeah,
is a PG movie. What's going on?
that's right.
Kind
Just
of
like
kind of awkward.
the Old Spice commercials. I'm on a horse. Um, yeah, yeah, no, totally, man. I loved Clash of the Titans growing up, but
Yeah,
as a kid, it's so funny, isn't it? Funny the things that we overlook in movies,
yeah,
and then we go
yeah.
back and rewatch it. And Airplane is the same way. I promise you that because there's a random scene where they're like, okay, everybody assume crash positions, and everybody just gets in panic position, and they're like jumping on the seats and all kinds of stupid stuff like that, and then a random topless lady comes walking by. Like, I mean, so be careful if you got kids or whatever with that. If you're gonna
What's
go,
like Weird Science, the movie?
oh right,
Like
yep,
when the girl gets sucked out, like, I'm like, is that a naked woman just flew across
yeah.
the screen?
I see. I don't remember that, but Weird Science is hilarious. I
Yeah,
love Weird Science, man. Classic Chet was probably that was probably the funniest scene in the whole movie where she turns him into a big pile of poop, and
yeah,
and they walk in and he's just like, "Hey, dudes."
yeah. Just, yeah,
and
yeah,
then or where she's like, hey, he's cussing and he's like, it's so vulgar, I can't even say it right here. He's like,
yeah.
hey, quit screwing around, you stupid B word, and he's just like, dude, go back and watch. If you haven't seen that in forever, go rewatch that movie. It is so
Yeah,
good
I
to this
think
day.
I was probably still in my late teens the last time I saw it. I need to go check
Mm.
it out again.
Oh,
But now
it
with the
holds
kids,
up.
I do remember. I do remember. I was like, whoa, what's that?
Yeah, because there's a scene where she's sitting there talking down to him and goes, "You're gonna treat Wyatt with respect and yada yada yada," and she goes, "Otherwise, or she said, well, be careful. I could give you with uh, I could add an extra set of elephant balls for you," and he goes, he does this cringe face, and he's just like, I can't explain it, but that cracks me up every freaking time, dude. So freaking funny, man. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, go watch it. You'll love it, man.
Yeah.
Dumb and Dumber is my number one.
It's a
Hey,
good choice. Good choice.
I want the audience to tell us who had the best picks, man. I'm gonna post this on YouTube, and then I'll put on the community page, and then I'll also post this on our Instagram, and I'll tag you in, of course, and everything. And I'm gonna put a poll up, a 24-hour poll, and our audience who viewed us tonight will be able to tell us who had the better picks, man. And then we'll. I lost. This past week because the Bourbon Boys were on last weekend, and the crowd had substantially voted them to me, and my brother Chad was on the podcast as well, and he chose that he was third, I was second, and Bourbon Boys won. But to be fair, I grouped them together, so they had a total of 6 villains altogether,
Ah,
and I only had 3, and my brother had 3. I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, people. But I will post. I will definitely post this, man. So yeah, good choices tonight, man. Great picks on the favorite comedies. What else we got going on? Sonny, have you had a good time tonight, man?
it's been a fun time. It is like you were saying. It's nice to be able to like talk about these older things because like the people that work for me, like my employees, a lot of them are younger. I'll make references, and I'm like, oh, when you see your parents next, tell them that reference. Tell them what I said. They'll get it. So it's cool. Like, cause me, my sister, and my cousin, we used to always hang out together. We saw all the same movies together, saw everything. So we would make those references all the time. People would be like, I don't know what y'all talking about, but y'all are cracking up. I'm like, well, it's because it's from this movie, blah blah, like that. So it was fun to be able to be like, oh, well, like I'm you mentioned a movie and you're like, oh yeah, I've seen that movie. You're like, oh, okay, cool. And so yeah, it was a lot of fun, man.
Yeah, cool. Very good, man. Well, I'm glad you can make it tonight. Let's tell everybody. I'm gonna solo you here. Tell everybody what you got coming up, where they can find you, anything you want to plug. This is your time to shine. I want everybody give Sonny all the love in the world, everybody. So 5 4 3 2 1, hit it, Sonny.
So, you can find me on the Sunday channel every other Sunday night at 10:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. I do my live stream. Like I said, it's supposed to be about action figures, but it usually devolves into just a bunch of nonsense. You can follow me at the Sunday channel if you're looking for toy content. If you're looking for comedy content, you can follow me at Sunny from the O2 and on Instagram, Twitter or X, whatever it's called now. Facebook is also Sunny from the O2. You can find me there. I'll post when I have comedy shows. I do have a comedy show next Friday in Leander, I believe. So it might be in your neighborhood. But I post anytime I have shows there. Also, Sonny Castillo Comedy on YouTube is where I post different comedy clips and stuff like that from my actual stand up. Or you can also find me on TikTok at Sonny from the O2. I think that's about it.
Yeah, cool. Where you gonna be in Leander?
God, what is it called? Whitestone Brewery.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Okay, that's right around the corner from me, man.
Yeah, I think
I know.
it's next Friday.
I didn't even know they did comedy shows there, man. That's cool.
They do. There's one actually going on right now. They actually tried to book me for tonight, and I was like, no. I was like, I gotta doing
That's
the
right,
real life
'cause you said
perspective show.
I'm sorry. I've got bigger things going on than comedy show. I am going to be on the real life perspective show. So I'm glad. Thank you for sacrificing your night at the comedy club to come hang out with us tonight. No, I truly mean that. I'm goofing.
I told them, I said, I can't cancel. I already sent my top 3 comedies. Like,
Sweet, man. Well, I'm glad. Well, that's cool, dude. Well, maybe I'll be. Is that next Saturday, Friday?
it's next Friday night. Yeah, they haven't
Next
made a
Friday.
flyer for it yet because the guy who does it, he does like 2 or 3 shows a week. So the flyers come out like about a week ahead of time. So I might get the flyer by tomorrow or Sunday, and I'll post it out.
Nice. Is this okay? Okay. Is this your first time doing it there? You've been there before?
First time doing it, the one in Leander or Liberty Hill, I think it is. I don't
Cedar
know.
Park. Oh, that's right. There is a new one out there in Liberty Hill.
Yeah, okay. Because I did the one in Cedar Park a few months ago, but Liberty Hill. I said Leander, but it's Liberty Hill. That's where it's going to be at.
Okay, cool.
It's a little further, but yeah.
Yeah, no. I know. Well, I'm performing tomorrow night in Liberty Hill, so I know Liberty Hill well. So I'm playing at the Thirsty Penguin. I'll be out there.
Oh, cool.
It's a beer barn / they got a stage out back with food trucks and everything, and a place for the kids to go play on the playground and stuff. It's cool place, man. Cool place. Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'll take my kids so you can play in the playground.
Yeah, come enjoy some tunes. If you like music, man, I do a bunch of 80s and 90s cover tunes, and I throw movie trivia and all kinds of fun stuff.
Again, if I'm not headed to Florida, I have no idea what my tomorrow looks like.
That's right. Well,
like,
hey,
we'll see what happens. So.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do, though. I'm going to pack up your stuff tonight, and I'm going to take it with me just in case you make it to the Chemical Toy Fair tomorrow.
Yeah, fingers crossed I make it out there, but because I took both my boys last year, and my little one used my work cell phone to record his experience there, and then he posted on his YouTube channel where he's just like, "Oh, look, they got that Yoshi right there." So it's like so weird.
That's the best, dude. That's the best. Let them do their thing, man.
Yeah.
I've never been to this one, so I'm curious to see how well it is put together. I mean, I talked to Kingpin Toys. My buddies at Bat City Toys are going to be there.
I saw Gino's going to be there. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're going to be there. A Garbage Pail Kids sketch artist is going to be there. So
here's my thing about their artist alley. So the toys are in the main space, and then the artist alley is in the little hallway area on the backside. My only thing about that is like when I went, they weren't the friendliest, most welcoming people. So it's like you're trying to sell your art, you're trying to get this fan base going, but you're not engaging with people whatsoever. Like I get some people are introverts, but I'm like, if this is where you're trying to go, you gotta expand and be like, hey, how's it going?
Oh yeah,
which is kind of weird. Yeah,
you're gonna go out in the public and sell your stuff. You got to go out and sell it. But yeah, that was how I felt last year when I went to San Antonio Comic-Con and car show out there. I was passing by all the artists with my camera, and you can see it in my episode. I posted the episode a few months back, and I'm posting and some of those artists were just like, "Hey, what's up?" And I was just like, I was just walking by, going, "Hey, can I get a wave? What's up, man? Hey, how's it going?" Just passing by, and
Yeah.
then some of them were just like, "Hey." Like not even like, "What's up, hey?" Like
Well,
I
see,
mean, just yeah, I feel you,
and like
man. So
what's funny because like I was so they had a Paris, Texas con last year that I was part of. They asked me to go the night before for the VIPs to do stand-up comedy, but then they were like, "Hey, we'll give you your booth as well. You can sign autographs or whatever." And I'm like, "I'm not. No, people aren't like rushing to to go find me as to get my autograph or anything." But I was like, "Whatever, I'll do it," because I've always wanted to do it as not someone that people are going to recognize, just to kind of have fun with the crowd and watch people walk around. And when people would pass by me, like I had some Idiocracy DVDs uh, that I would sign for the people, whatever. And I had a sign that said Idiocracy DVDs, $20, $15 if autographed. And people were like, "What?" I go, "Because I was like, my signature means nothing. Yeah, I'm actually ruining the value of this movie."
that's hilarious, man. That's
And
so funny,
so,
dude.
like, people would pass by and I'd be like, "You don't recognize me. You don't recognize me." And they'd be like, "Ah," but it would cause a conversation to start. And so
Right.
I met a whole lot of people. People took pictures with me. They got, they bought the Idiocracy DVD. Some of them were like, "Oh, can you sign this for my boss, my coworker, my brother, my cousin?" Like, everybody's like, "Oh, they love this movie. They're gonna trip out that I met someone from it." And there were actually, I think, 2 or 3 people who happened to see my name on the flyer. They followed me from TikTok, found out that I was on Idiocracy because they followed me through something else. They actually drove down from Oklahoma to come and get an autograph. And I was like, "Oh, that's cool. Like, that's
That's so
pretty dope."
cool, dude.
But that's where
That's
I met
amazing.
Justin Nimmo as well. He was a fan of my comedy, and that dude's a nut, man. Like, he
I
puts
don't
on
know
this
that name.
clean image for. He's a Silver Ranger, but he puts on
Oh,
this
okay.
this image as a wholesome, like, "Hey guys, I was a Power Ranger," and that dude's hilarious. Like, the stuff he says is so inappropriate. It's just like, but yeah, he's a good dude. But yeah, but then, so like I said, like,
What
I see
what
these
what
people who are
what Rangers was he from? Was it Space? In Space
Space
he was from?
Rangers. Yeah, yeah,
Oh, okay, okay. I was hooked up with this guy for a little while called Legacy of Nerd, and out of San Antonio, and he's a huge Power Rangers nut. And I think was he the long-haired blonde kid from the show, or is
yeah.
that the
He
Red
was
Ranger?
blonde hair. He was blonde haired, but kind of like, I guess it was shoulder length a little. I guess.
And they dyed it right. He was always dyed or whatever.
Yeah, he was like
But now,
bleach
but
blonde.
but now he looks like somebody who drinks Coors Light, chilling with. He's got like glasses, and so when I watched his live stream on that guy's live stream, he just had like a goatee with a t-shirt on and a baseball hat and glasses. And I was just like, and then you look at the picture of the Power Ranger guy. It's just like
Yeah,
this young, clean cut, long haired guy with like highlights in his hair. And I'm going, this dude went from a Power Ranger to Coors Light commercials, And I'm like, but yeah, I can see him because I followed him for a little while on Twitch. He does like live gaming and stuff like that. And yeah, that dude has
yeah.
he's unfiltered for sure, man, for sure.
It was crazy because like I'm chit chatting with him. I was live streaming and like I said, he saw me do stand up comedy the night before, so he was like chit chatting with me. Him and his wife, they were just chit chatting, real nice people. And then the day of the con is there, and I'm live streaming. I'm like, "Hey, got all this." And then he pops up right in the. I'm like, "I go, you cool being in my video?" He's like, "Yeah, what's up?" He's all saying all, getting all crazy and stuff. And uh, someone saw that and they were like, "Oh," and they go try to take a picture of him. He was like, "Actually, selfies are $35." I was like, "That's hilarious. This dude's acting a fool for my live stream," and he's like, "Hey guys, selfies are $35." Like,
That's
so
funny, man.
it was funny to see that. I was
VIP.
like, "Hey, this is so awkward." Yeah, exactly. I was like, very awkward, very awkward. But
Yeah, no kidding. He's doing his own version of Power Rangers now, right?
I
Have
don't
you
know
heard
about
that? If
that.
if it's the same guy we're talking about, he was. I don't know if he was. If it's the same guy we're talking about, but yeah, they're doing. He's high in like doing this own like dark version of Power Rangers, like on the side. I don't know who he's doing it for, but it's pretty legit. I don't. It may be a totally different guy that I'm thinking of.
I was like,
I don't.
I've seen that fan film, like that R-rated Power Rangers fan
Yeah, I
film.
saw that
That
one
was
with
pretty cool.
James Vanderbeek and all that. Yeah,
Yeah, there
the
you go.
little
Yeah, yeah,
yeah that was pretty cool. That was very different take, very different
yeah.
take.
It reminded
I
me of the Mortal Kombat fan film that they made.
oh yeah, that was
Did you
pretty
ever see that
cool.
one? Yeah, that was
They've done a
cool.
few of those. They've done a few of those now,
Yeah, they had
where it's like,
season 2, I think.
did they?
Yeah.
Okay, and then well, have you seen this guy who does these with like the Power Rangers? When Jason David Frank was still kicking, they brought in like the Green Ranger, and then they brought in like the White Ranger in like this against Ryu and like all these live action, pretty cool stuff, man. If I find it, I'll send it to you. But
Oh, cool. Yeah.
yeah, that's good stuff. But right on, dude. Hey, well, hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. If not, safe travels to you. Thank you,
Thank you.
Sonny, from the Sonny Channel. Sonny Castillo, ladies and gentlemen, from Idiocracy. All that good stuff joining us tonight. Thank you, Real Life Crew, for coming on. Hey, stick around for a second. I'm going to debrief with you for a minute, Sonny. Anything? I tell you what, let's end the show with give us one of your favorite lines from any movie or your movie from Idiocracy. Give us one of your favorite lines that you like to do, and we will end the show with that. 5, 4, 3. If you need to think about it, are you ready?
We'll do my lines from Idiocracy because people made me go back and memorize them because they kept asking me. So no,
Okay.
no.
Let him have it whenever you're ready.
Okay. Number one, Your Honor, just look at him. And B, we got like all this evidence of how like this guy didn't even pay at the hospital. I know. And I'm all, you gotta be shitting me. But check this out, man. Judge would be like, guilty. Peace.